Hello, how's everybody doing? Today is special. Today is special because I have my magnificent sister, Awomirekuah Ofori-Sakyi. Nidino Emuodu Ankasa. And na and then sister Awo be no. Many sister Awo Ebeka ho asem no. Who is teaching our men to also keep their families and homes, because it seems like every time no a man and kwana de be a chere but to say by a man mana obi ntimi nchiro ma de nti no isawo yamo akwaba
me jo me dofo pa me chia watiefo ene wahwefo nyina afenso me de ntia piesie ema be men na ofake be biara wo bia me chia
Mayani de
ochia me ba akope ai be men na ai be ma wo fieye ai me me chia me ba akope ai
one him
Ada, you are jealous, Anna. And so
I don't know about Graham, one him.
Me, Chiami, or Homechiano. Also, so I just also, I was also how. Hey!
Oh, that one tinny yen to me, canaba, not say a bear. I want
to your own canon, I see you say, and Chiano, Giaman, I say, oh, so, yeah, you know. Oh, okay, Mechiami,
yes, see, a chia will be a moate. Hey, Obina, yes, falling is say.
Next time, Obama, metina a UK near the Chiana Fowl, Swama, or the Amano.
Sa pepe no. I don't phone me and Mama Papa. What Obaswa no, I say, Ama. I don't phone most my invited friends, and then che dear, just a fire. Schools are many sister won't so the bemano, and see a timisia dear, a son say modern days, you know. Yen to mean Cassen quantity, there be an quantity assem, because in quantity na Juma Momo, but they say no, send your new American, see, and she and your may be a near the Befra, but a near Mecca chi knew the most. It's say a program a ye, you crew move for pana. Go through a bimu home when you so a bimu bread or my worrying pa. Hey, sister Shyla, tell I land the cramming win, sister gift here, Jay or Bapa, and my own swap by a mamunina papa. Now, sister Awomirekuah, to say, Esa said topic in the send your air corner. And send me the topic in Ankasa Busa question. Now, yes, I see 3-1 because a noontin year what I say. Okay. I'm the coffee baby for Frana may ya say Abrono. Boss, boss of Pet, the marvelous, knowledgeable boss. Welcome, Yamwa Papa. Yes, what do me Nishira Busia for be here. Sister, to say a hint, see. Dear me, I make papa me one.
Oh, that can brofo. Me brofo na can be afra. Na me so what I can brofo chire with you for. I know your listeners. You speak English with them, so I'll try my best. But today I thought because we want to go local, so that our men will understand what we actually want to do tonight. But I would try and blend it with the English. Don't worry. Feel free and say the way you would have done it if I'm not here.
Obi, welcome. Wamba no kasa me metna so sa na enye din wo honom ye mpene sa. Aha. Why na eyese wo kire ye mema enso sene omo nso ebema omo family omo be keep omo family ene omo fie omo wari fie sa wari fie ana so omo rakwa me mesresre me wa hase yo ati me country na me mpene sa. Aha. In English, it says, who is teaching our men to also keep their families and homes? Maybe the bed mixing. More expecting is you guys expecting. Hey, brother Brian, what the assembly back? So, sister, Mr.
Wada. Yo, submit your question. If I understood your question very well, yeah, it means that who is actually teaching our men how to keep their homes? As a mother who have a son, The training you give your son is what he was going to exhibit outside after he's grown up. Sometimes it's rather unfortunate. Some generation came up and they make or our culture make men things. It is not their job to keep the home. But one of the things tonight, if you're a man on this platform and you didn't get anything on this platform, take it from me. If you're a man, you really want to enjoy your life, you understood marriage, you know where your position is as a man, as the head, as the CEO, just as you want. Listen, for me, I'm holding the Bible, so I understand the position of man.
That's right.
When it comes to man, and some biblical and theology teachings are making it look as if he's more important than the woman. No, it is not like that.
That's right.
But listen, the reason why some theology think that way is, and when God created, man was the first thing he created, and he allowed man to name things around him. So the power and authority given to man was very huge. When it comes to a woman, after a man has named everything, when Adam has named everything, giving authority and dominion, then this afternoon, one of my mentors was saying that if you want to know a very romantic man who existed on earth, it's Adam. And if you look at the way he described his wife, you look at the way he established who a wife is, and he says, this is the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh.
That's right.
So that's why people think that the women are weak, because when they look in our culture, the last ones are very weak. Last bones to the modern also. Last bones, Yejimi Sembi, last bone, a Pacoma Sembi, where you shot to.
Ashabone.
Abashabone, Proyen, it say, it's the modern your Casacra, say, aha. So it made other people think that we, the women who were last bones of creation, we are weak. But it is not true. It is not true, because when even everything has happened, let me go down that route, because that is where people will get my concept. And the reason why tonight, this teaching, I want you to get a clearer picture from what you already know. You read the Adam and Eve, but let me give you a clearer picture. Where was Adam when God appeared? Who was able, somebody who has been given dominion. So when somebody came into your territory as a man, you were not there.
That's right.
But the woman was fearless. The woman was there. The woman stood. Even though he was the last one. But Obiba Montabe Muno, it means that man as Adam has lifted his position. Or of one how Adam Jale garden. Emma or Bar taking dominion. This is the chaos that happens. And see, this is the angle I'm taking you from. Oh, yeah, very man our platform is one. Who said, oh, to me, I want to say as a CEO. I told you I'm a person in GBB. These are some of the titles I use for him. The CEO of my garden, the only apple of my eyes. One of the things I'm going to give it to you as a woman or anybody on this platform who couldn't compare in some Nadina Fabon. You couldn't add another one of Nadakim deeper. No, mammy, person, GBB, or no, you can't another corner. So I learned it from my mother-in-law. To make me perceive GBB, I must start saying the CCO, your support, what is it? Sir. And the man understood who he is. So you say some titles, who understand some Bob on the rough rock. The only tomatoes in my jollof. And he gives me all the full attention. Sometimes I don't run crown and shut down for cream. That's what say when you say at the end who hear me. For me going extra miles, for me making all those noises when me hear attention or I need something.
No, correct.
Why am I saying this? And there is my baby, no one tete ye baby, I will free no. Yanchia Odo. Young Zi Berry Man Wardroom. Well, who crash on the paper, son of my mensa.
There be.
So very my bet me, I should see a year. Not agent to ya, wunyai. And very much a platform is so, and now one in a mountain tank, so. No question, Ujano, a siwo, Ujabari Manado, Mammy, Nijama. Udiomuja 2 days, I want to say Yabano. The father behaved ma fear. Now, Babribi, but Bana Bribi, extraordinary, a seer. So will fear as a bank.
It will never have happened.
Wouldn't the answer. Started by the man on one can send him no hospital check. It's would ya when I say Jana, it is chaos.
Oh,
remember, why didn't you want Muja? And yes, I want to be the Sunday bound. Obet me out of set, obet me out of socks, obet me out of football. But okay, say offer Kodan cotton 2 days. Said yeah, co-parenting now.
Yes.
Now you talk about.
Yeah.
There's
no structure. No structure. They're not used to structure.
No structure on Abrabo. On one percent, me shadow. Some of them or back can be cooking and could be looking after kids. At the same time, will be on telephone.
Washing clothes.
So Obama show football and attention in the BBR or football.
That's right.
Obama driver, the BBR or driving. They can only do one thing at a time. A few who are trained and capable, who have tuned their mind, can do those things. That's multiple tasks.
Yeah.
No matter how skillful the person is, and Marima Baby cannot multitask. The reason why it is so, I found out, say and Marima, our senses. I can in my senses to also sing on damn who's I'm me who did. No disrespect, but a natural side of us as women that has give us the extra requisite which the men doesn't have.
Naturally born multitasking.
Naturally born to nature.
Yes.
Naturally born to receive and also to protect. Yenim said ye korade ho. Yenim said ye me mausa prefixi na ma wati ase say when it comes to Mmarima and a ma a different. Na mmom se sister Adwoa wo hwe otete barima obeye barima obesi pi esita e wo se sister Adwoa de niam bi hye ne ba barima ni mu.
That's right.
And just me wo mama anti ye didi a me mama na se fa plate e wo mu a e wo se ne ba barima ne ka say Mom, sit down. Let me take the plate. And now, no sister, you are intentional. When the baby man, a sister plate, a sinking. What am I saying here? And maybe one trouble. Now, and I more mobile video, and I may yes, and I make her say, go for Berima. Now you do one war for a separate one. Not a indirect mentorship. Say yen aunties no ekọ wo na won ye kunu mu a wo de won ma no ebre won wo fa mo ma wo tete won de niam ni bi na ye cultural no won wa di ye mu no se de na wo te ase no sa bre ni mu no de emre na yen mu bi fre na bagimi ebri mo ya me pese me kasa ye sa mre ni mu ade yo no sa na wo te ase indirect mentorship by yen hu ne sa obi de ba ekoma ne sewa ne wofa se one ne ntena eto bi wo ho a na de owu akwala no kura ntimi enhwe akwala no otete akwala no obese no enti ne wofa bi ba na maame no ana papa ne hwedin ya akwala de se de oya age nsemu yi me de ne ma me wofa na me wofa tete no wa he will do a better job than me open Adwoa o maame wo so abisa no ke akirefo abakomafo makan and sankrofo no there are some positions in the family ya wo oberima to a e wo se ne papa ne maame eni ahoɔden a wode betete sare berima na ye de ne koma ne wofa abakosem na me ka kire mo no and the reason why ye ne sa say ya wo ba berima ya wo ka kire a wo ye berima ya wo abakoma akwala abako a wo ye berima o trimude bebre won so o your first born e wo si ogina baby papa one of these days, you know, remember the children, firstborn sons, to me, abakain, to me, a woman, some.
Wow.
Firstborn sons, lastborns, and now, Obi, I want a bacono. The reason why I am be a chamono, not yen wafamo. I don't want young papa near man and drum cover wafan, man almost so why, and mostly they give it to people who are level headed, they are straight, they are educated, so that it will rub on the case. Why? Because if your biological parents, you know, cannot take care of them, and now say they need some kind of discipline to install in that care because you are or
no press.
or your last born, you better to no say, or your one child, your crocro now won't say when young or your firstborn, or your firstborn, but not and nephew, firstborn for any be or why. I don't want to say this because no correct, but part two, depending on who is raising that child.
That's true.
Firstborn for the brace, washa. I bet the chief for any be, I will answer be bracing firstborn for.
No correct.
Firstborn, one who when young canon, I'm calling one. Or or ya kind or kola would decline into a hand kind into so many things a crocrony at the end of Dawson. You will not a chance will be a beginning.
No correct.
It's the modern near man cost be. But and no na your mentorship indirectly, not and penny for not on my year.
No correct.
As a mere corner. Who show be back is not the same as social back, and there will be young show be back. Ain't it? And Nessania Maniamano in New York. Your patrol from one Samuel, none of mammy in the papa, but the mammy at the command any. I didn't ya because none of mammy and what is ready who now wouldn't be an abandoned by a dacha. Niku ain't to me, and yes, sir, a Jumano. I was so on young mentor, on young will be a obey to me. Ateteno under circumstances any bosha na one hono ohia will be obetumi ateteno say odifo ne kunu nye odifo nti wo so ode no komo odifo what you say enti even though say Eli ono ankasa mampo wantimi antete won yie no but Eli e wo bribia Samuel needed someone so wo bribia na Eli ehia and sometimes and there obi show obi ba na moment kind obi to me share obi wo bro no obi so o hwa akwala no said de ekọ na otime fa ne so no wan de na watete no o chia na o tire no obi to obi bedin because edu ba bia no age akwala na to ne ho so because otime on panifo bebre bu ha otime hu akwala bi da ache na ebia ba bia wo fre ne nye no na wasom na waye. My father fell a victim to those things. It was tradition, so he was doing it. And then, also be banning money by your food. Now, 1, 2, and young show what they are on Sabbath from. And then, generation, ya will media. Obi a Kennedy, and it's uncle, ya king. Oh, Babarima. Waware, you are aspiring. You are a husband, yes, uncle. We, Adwoa.
Sister, who can say, the four didn't the question about now. A question almost the abane say, almost say, a bad wa ayana ye me manu bebre, almost refer to responsibilities. And a money being so the bibe can I say, a ma our no a juma ye dear mayen, and we are muno. Edorson, say ye walk while ye mema, see a may trimuyo omode, see a summity to ye mema, and ye boo ye mema, ye support to ye mema, ye sham qualano, ye dear mam, ye kunumu ye mam penny for, ye nimususa will bapenny to the winter meaning that, and to say, what are a man's responsibility?
So, a man's responsibility, a husband is somebody who protects. When you man say obebo efie no eho ban e bi say trust them ka say oberima eyefie ti enti me friend my husband see you may remind them the duties as the headship of the home. Me. Oh, you're very man as a CEO. Even BBC, our factory floor, it affects you.
That's right.
Be concerning your kids. Even though you want to do some money, but the count means that you didn't do your job well.
That's right.
But you will be brain, and I make us say you're natural, no, said you're not kind of yet. Yakeka, or bad you should see as if Sawa, you're no banning one womb. No, the house belongs to the two of us. You are the CEO, I might be the manager. And Juma as a CEO. Me as a manager, I'll also do my own. The kids who are co-workers or subordinates will also do their own.
That's right.
But obey a CEO, not on the Juma, not also fast one thing, not on her.
A Juma, it will go out of business.
Yes, and the Okunupa, where Juma can see a partner so before you know who buying the kind. If you say, I move, the little foxes will enter. They are supposed to be so your bamboo for me your boafo. And my baby, I can't see you a Jumanaye or brad, they are supposed to be helpers. What your boafo, ya insect trouser, ya insect, ya quati bear man trouser, Juman ye emano. Bear mano, I was say, or your bamboo for be your bamboo for. I was so what just say, if you want to ye in safety, ye different, ye fibem, said ye beya, ye benya suji, yen no, ni and sorry, no, we factor ni pacono, and ye na said yes, the sad yenny na becoso. Me as oba, may your boafo, may boa said ye beya, say you ma would draw on some na a betty. Because Nipa ba konsa entumi nkatanya mieni. Or you see you are into no what subordinate no. Subordinate no will do their job, brings a report, and then he sees to it. Baby, I was see a here no attention no. Baby, you hear the input no. And to see you no you might also cross a manager.
No
organizations mono. Mon catch me say see you a juma no so and saying will be a work for one. See you koda one. Because a woman, that's even though he's at the top, the higher you go, the more your responsibility.
Yeah, because the reputation counts.
Yes, so reputation counts, dear. And you're not a just say, or Betty Mediara, it's be one if you who buy. How do you protect your house? How do you protect your wife? How do you protect your kids? How do you provide for them? Yes, who you see you are. My safety equipment, you have to provide it. And how will you say? And to be safety equipment, say I have to have a secure home. You are CEO, you have to provide it. And I'm going to say, school fees need to be paid, Papa. Yeah, school year to school uniform. What it was to say you want to be called the head of the home. Yes, do the needful. Wow, yes, Marima may be a Christoni. Say Yamasa Berima Yitra, me jitum precope. Why? My son. Now, we are the head of the home, the CEO, no? It comes with a responsibility. Don't be going about and say, I'm the head. I am the head. Head,
when it comes to the Ghanaian community, most men, they are head, them being the head, and they say, they say, oh, no, he say, but they be most cramp, no meaning sad, no yet. But as a head of the house, you know, are they equipped to role model? Because subaya what the children will feel, no, and yes, subano, subaya pa wo yirene wo ma ebenya benefit out of it. Now, say when you're head of the house, you know, and you cannot role model, but you acting foolishly or not doing the things that you need to implement in the place. Be a CEO, you know, CEO without knowing your duties.
Sure.
You thinking that your wife is the one who's supposed to keep the home, but you just come and go, have side chicks, do whatever it is that you want to do, married but living single. We do have some of the men that falls into that category.
So one of the things some of our mothers have failed, some of the generation, is not teaching the men to be able to look after their homes. Our mothers, some of our mothers haven't done a great job with some of our husbands. There are some husbands of Frejumabana Oyin Pabua and in Atari Guhua, baby or dear Guno, or Wa Grofo Tremo, no Subitram. There are husbands like that. There are husbands Oyin in Pabua and Friday, baby Oyin in Pabua. Obia be travel, ne may travel, or one can say travel, or Teshet, or no arch me pudi, Ewan Pabuano, set or Buffer Pan, young Sereno.
No correct.
Young man will be your one to my ye. Your very money be well raised. A bill of what that man, what is an America say? And maybe a tremble now of a four. Moko holiday so mo kurasi ana moko wo baby fofora ye hwese de beri man o da me mu na wo jimi ana wo fa ba ko say yaw na mpanifo no bo so mo de wese the next time you realize no ye de ne bag aka na ho ya te na bi ho na che say ye betete no ye betete sa brante no because a time will come he has to face the world. And sa beri man betena na wo fa ho a ye kire ne se de to ade so ye kire no wo fufuo. Na ye kire no said you kodwa so bo si ama na let's just kodi dwabra e wo mu a ne wa fayire no e pese wo tete na no ama na gina eja ho no anu aduane but e bia ne papa fie ho no kra no onu aduane. Sister Adwoa Sister Aisha me ni babarima ba me wo babarima o me wo stepson oni me ha o wo me ha wo se de bia me kasa asam se de me tie no. Why should you cry? I'm step son,
yeah, because you are structured, you have a routine, and you like your things in a certain
way.
Yeah, so most
to be fair, say now you're my own now you walk backstage.
Yes,
walk the way I am with my kids.
That's right.
That's say you will be back. So what you say, but that's who I am. Things have to be done in certain way or certain manner. When you are around me, you can't be doing any foolishness, buffoonery and go away. No, me, I won't tolerate it. I won't accept it.
But so what you know, these are some of the certain conditions, the problems now. Most of us do not get it because you have some people within our society, right? They will tell you themselves, I was never raised like that. I like the way I am. The fact that we have people with fixed mindset, closed mindset, nothing else is going in, right? So they're going to be the same way. So no matter what, the world is moving. We in the 21st century, right? But someone is still sitting there talking about 1920, 1940, and yet we are in 2022. So the fact that things that used to work in 1940 can no longer work in 2022. So it's like the fact that we have a high percentage of numbers of people who likes to be the way that they are. They don't want to change. They want to convince people their way is the only way. Most of us know, most of us who are knowledgeable and have wisdom and continue to learn, we know say our culture is biased, right? It supports mostly, it benefits mostly our men, right? So it's like, you know, what can be done instead of couples and people looking into what best works for me. Sister Awomirekuah, you know, you enjoying your marriage. And the reason why you enjoying your marriage, you and your husband have found the ingredients. And you throwing things in every single time. You learning new things, right? There are some things that it may not be beneficial to me, but most certainly some of the things that you do, you know, is common knowledge. I can implement it into my marriage, what I know, without throwing the things that I know aside. But some of our Ghanaian women and men, when they learn something new, even without understanding, they're going to throw whatever is working for them and then use a new one which they do not have understanding. One tias yet, onim senior yes or yano, obebusa questions as sister wo kasa no wo say na e kwa be na woni wo kun fa so a mutimi ye ya etimi ye adwuma ma Ghana for bebre musa sa asem no obekwa ni kun akoka say an sister wo say say wonye say anache say wompeme wonye say chese wono akoka the story no completely different sister said William said a hand can be cut off, a leg can be cut off, and the body will function, but a body without a head falls apart. Hi.
Bravo. And therefore, yeah, I am glad Sister Adwoa brought this thing up. Every marriage must have its own rhythm.
That's right.
But there are certain things it's a requisite when it's a matter, a boy.
That's right.
Yes, as headship of the home. Or baby, what we say, Bible has made it explicitly that we should honor our husbands. Husbands also have to love us.
That's right.
It's so easy for him to gain respect.
That's right.
It is based on love, but not on selfish interest.
That's right.
The end result is you gain the respect of the other person. And then we a papa program, Sister Adwoa also. And one of the profound thing that papa can a trauma come so say, it was saying assess yourself first, because the conflict of everything starts with you. Within yourself, you might be having conflicting thoughts.
That's right.
Somebody maybe can say, I am a was so shifty, I am a was so yesing, and was some beginning that was so no Diana, the Diana in your day. Intina video about Tano, maybe name say, meaning beside who say, Diana me, my yet at the Adwoa situation, no answer me complaining. Mianca Sadiana made to me a ye Adwoa. Okay, me Diana and one. Me no enemy fears you see. Now me bearman me fears you see. That is the first question. Head of the home. Now, as a CEO, though, you must set example.
You lead.
With every CEO must have a plan to run the organization.
That's right. You lead, Bishop.
You lead. You lead by example.
That's
you
right.
lead by setting precedents.
That's right.
So dear Papa. Enti adie bi a wunni no untime nkwa nkoka nchire obi se obi nyebi.
That's right.
You want your home to be neat, tidy, and all that. Ube fie no ehekra na wo oro shirt guye. Wo na wo se fie ho enye neat no. Oba ye no mpaboa no yigu he. Ahunidie mu a wo pese o kire se fie ho na aye fi no. Oba ne ba na ama ho aye fi no. Wo wo de na ya na wo ye eka ho. Make I umpress your order. Yes, so you are complaining if you are a fee. I didn't hear because I am going to say, Sir, a Jumano, and you will hear a Juma, and you will Uberima, what you were Juma. But Urefi said, if you are on the man, what dear, will you see you? Uklina ama coffee, a coffee cup, it was on table, so it says 3 weeks. Uklina no. I was sick line, and now and now is hospitalizer. Was you clean, you know, comes now by any table, so clean our mouth.
That's right.
And these are some of the things we do in marriages.
That's right.
You are not looking for a cleaner, you are looking for a wife.
That's right.
A wife has his own duties. Yes. I will do certain things. I will cook, I will clean, I will do all those things out of love.
That's right.
And because we are having a hope together. But don't make it look as if, say, it was said, Chinchine, Chinese Pani Yadokra was so sorry, Ben Webby and Emma. Nipani, I know certain men, or no one who said a year yare. But so, Ben warm ye Gianni. And quite crash a fridge, and now or dear mobile good rice cooker more, and no, what the good rice and one yet. minimum marima bi antosi froye ntosa ye twitwa dadaw na wotwitwa jeni e de anwa aka ho na odi sade ni kosua afra no wadi bikura no onimu ye adentia ya nkyere no ya wo no be ma ba akopɛ e na oda ma be nsie mu enti ne maame ankyere ne se de egina mu ka ase kora eno ammo etwe se mo bɛni ma bi wo wa odi nsuo si sukura e be hye
na won sua nso wa ye na adwen se
ana wonya na adwen se wo besua
no correct
enti na wo pre no ho abɛwa na ye ne se na oprobi obeye kuka obi obenu aduane obi a be clean after him enti sa perception na bebre de kwa ware ye no then you find out to say ewu agro ye chi ha say things have changed okwa 12 hours or no so akwa 12 hours who ye day or ye night ye tua mortgage ye tua school who have time to babysit you like your mother.
No correct.
It's your prototype of woman you are looking for is your mother who pick after you or your sisters or the housemaid who pick after you because if you are free mono if you are what ye who free baby or hoye na more house girls and house boys be able see me enti no obagie di say bro ye chia we said ye see panties singlet but merima bi ni mu ye on to me oni mu ye onimu ye wanye bi e wo Ghana e no ba brucha house ye the machine e ye
ampa brother
but do check breakfast na born UK for na born Canada for no e ma kwala ma yo anokra na e bi kura nim said ye see a dross.
Oh, I know, right?
Yes, kwala ni bi na ye tete wo mu aburo ye chi hayi sometimes ya mama ye nyai say ai obeto machine no into your period na ordinary pant na gu ho e de ba be gu machine
This I pause of kakra. You walk us earlier, no, to say, you see, or no, sister, yeah, for that to Abrabo or tobacco, or say, where is the tail? You know, being in a marriage, you know, if you have the head and the tail, because without the tail, no, you can't function. And you know, we will get there. And Bishop Yamawaka Bawati na unsu bunye be man wa ba ne kikebi. Now yes sister Oba Akosu say good evening ladies, keep bringing the awareness and wisdom. We must continue to unlearn some of these things we taught and learned growing up that are no longer relevant. Thank you. Sa culture na see a tweaky because we need to bring women in it.
Sister, before you continue, Nansana Mire free. Let nobody feel inferior, whether you are the tail or you are the head.
That's right.
The reason why the tail shouldn't feel inferior, I say, the head alone cannot be walking about.
That's right.
The head and not tail it's not whole.
That's right.
Don't let anybody feel say, as a woman, because I'm the tail, you know. And I am the neck, you know. And I am the, I am lower. No. But whichever position you occupied, you also play a role to make this organization work. Me use organization as an example. And I was citing say, listen, it is complicity and complex. Emma exinipa Emma obi ye say ye wawade mu a we adwuma ye we no when we come to
any half one na obi
segment no say ye be ware we are co-partners, we are co-heads in this business of marriage. Na sa wade ya ye mienu ya ba mu e was setting me pobi ebe mu say me ni wu mienu we both of us are going to help each other for a greater cause.
That's right.
And for a worthy cause. And we so far, whichever afar we so biano, and then I back together we become a force.
That's right.
Enti obafie na efia yefi na efie ho na wote na wo fa hoover be men na uhuva ufre adwuma na aba e na uhuva ya enya hwe.
That's right.
Ebi kura wo yiri ankọ baabi ya Now, if you are done a number, you'll be a baby, and to dear was a oil, one to me. I don't dress our back when you no our barn. Now, I don't think there was all yes. Okay, a Gianni will call door, and now Unya young car do for food. But Obano, even though say an off day, when to be and chief food. So what? Who are the tea now bet me ya complaining be any papa and quine you walk around, Bemena, and then to me and fufu. Oh, where they met me a pat to panko and be not a young quine. Now we original one, a ya connoke.
No correct.
Now, a sign said, Mary may be a view of why your merry money be pride. And I will not the perception of the Kawadi in an so will be of any word and it's a cinema.
Open maid.
Maid in a whoopee. And your wife in a whoopee.
This I will make a husband. Yeah, married, say maid in all, and your wife no pemeka. A brother Obi or program in Tino, person where Binti brother Oji, Yamawakwa, Pomu to say.
Boko, Odo, Mechia, I will answer so. I will make sure. With the Masi media Nanka was sent committee minata, na me baby.
Don't
worry. Me bet and then my side, so because when we say, I will a Yomanegu and then my Yasupa.
Nothing no. Yes, one extra ye man so
topic one extra merry man.
Me patro me baho. Me baho. And I will or so Jeff. That's okay. And then mano, say no on say I will utre muno. What basic wine na extra mema any wine na. When the better man must say or moon keep home, no. Me battle for Muntini, me patron argument number, and I may say on the other side, and so.
Don't worry,
it's relevant to relevant to soccer crowd here. Besides, a BIA and all that stuff. Yachre inside the house and inquire because, yes, yetimi conway diane, ye buy it me to 2 feet, if that's okay. You bet me a sad and yes, be a into me. But Moma and Kai who say, a memano, yes, ya from dear more than probably Yanni a credit in the mind. In a sense, say,
we be saying,
good. Me that's a word we say. On say young funny says a wow, mamma, money are there, especially a butcher. When it comes to Saudi and Kalai and would one move crab on Tiamo, according to a month, this a wool bear man and our way, mostly no. So only me be engineer, a money be ye, but a man no responsibility power. Now, young funny say there is anything whatsoever be Adwoa Odo or US ha. Meaning baby a sister or
UK.
Good. Says no topa near come mercy. Second cocotti snow. Mammy be papa be a minimum, that beers would in the birthday. Unimunio man in the tomano. Adia dear garden muejuma. Adia did to snow. Adia
well, not you.
Oh, and yes, or no. There are and you maybe whether sister whether your friends or whether we like it or not, no, they have been considered to say a meme juma. Me ha. Me won New Jersey, I been Philadelphia. Ye can't say a Philadelphia near Quern. May ya me dream on quad da. Wouldn't the metenasi because what say Philadelphia who no or buy to cast or call. I understand it. It's a meme juma. I take it upon me. Se can say anything the car they do we hear na say what na car no let me drive or wako. What you say I saw that to say me be man na me wa no e madwuma e wasa me yeden e say me ye back and forth ye ko ye grocery na me di akire ni atwe basket di ahye me say me yi gum na me pia ni
na sa ke ye na ba
so what you say and say ye kase ye na me de se na mo kase initially no you say but where your friend is saying
fear no buying
good Sabi so kwa abontina menkasento kwamra bibi ba ordinary to be man so. It might be say bia ye bebe fie ye mpesa no marketing kitibi. Me to sister men kan da. Ebiane no apa minimu no a. Would get the minimum or no one can send him say Ediane no minimum one year. So ni one say me ye diania. Just hear the phone so ya say you say. That doesn't mean say a be a keep me fear you. But there are a certain things to be or why I don't even bother her say do it. Me just add any to me host say Mina me ye bear masadi way ye memejuma. I was send me dimmy who jina muna me ye den. Me ye. Eti say ye can mesremo muma yenka outside and so swear juma ye monfa credit man no su bi kakra. So what you say because these things you know e keep home.
Yes.
But man no say woni be ma wo ye oba na say woni be ma obeye sa anyoma we ya ma wa. Edin man kan na meboa. Sa woni me be ya agene a. E so hard say we keep up to these things, you know, including say we ye a fie adwuma. Of course, some bread one day, dear, we will understand it. We'll come in and do it for you. It is romantic. I understand it perfectly. But whether we like it or not, you know, in every institution, you know, you will a new be why dedicate to say adwuma we a see where adwuma. Say juma we was subordinated juma. Say juma we all the action. That is why we have a system of governance in the BBR. I am yes, I make quite sign, make quite Jimmy.
Before you go, don't go yet. Don't just come and
don't go. Because I want to say something. You know the reason why you do what you do? Because when you're TTAB, you understand the marriage you are in. You complement each other. There are certain men, no matter how so opesa obo ne yire timodin a jersey no still na ono abe find excuse oba no enko e painting na oba no car na say ya obetumi atwi nani no ahwe ne yire struggle with car wonim de nti a wo compensate wo baby a onso wa ho oden ebetumi aye oberi baby wo ho asa nyansan woni o ni wo yankasa anokrem
I understand that.
And no na ya no because the papa I am yasa wo ba be konan ka wo so a anka this program will be very nice to say.
That's right.
There are some crofo bi wo ho ayen ware won. Ye nti ayen ware won ne say or your mommy's boy or your mommy anywa na say there men na there ma hwan ya to deep chief and hwan ya chief say to chief work we did here baby I watch na minimum bia of your juma bar the socks that was sending you na wo yi. I'm telling you me ya change some move ye ni mo nsam
Mate me da say na me da say odo hunim say we there enka wasa me woso
brother Obi answer na Abeland no dia me pesa me kan e battle ho me de fa ho so ne say in everything no ye wo emme bia omuni aware mu ntiase the reason being ne say eba birthdays so ahun ye me kire no me do me birthday ade a me kun ebe ya ma me no I want it to be about me enye ade a me hia wo ma ware mu e se me de because it's my day born enti sanso na me kun birthday no me ya ade ama na me ye ende
intentional
for no ankasa ono kwa no betimi use so ahun ye me kire no enti when it comes to birthday na dear a manipa no men kwankoto shovel for snow men kwankoto your friend is saying and maybe I say
I'm say a wickedness no
hammer nominate tools or the fix it because I don't know any personal usage for the household usage and I feel so no eba anniversary sir and my bebre anniversary aboso anniversary is about the two of us. And we doing something special for each other. So me kun Ebia ebi wo hono ma me kawa we say kawa ye de ware ye your friend is in gold. But it says me silver because your 10th year your 5th year anniversary no me kun year otoma me no. Enti I can rotate so when you make sure no. And I mention no say me mama watch it dear mu di year you know jamo de kona mu di year. Enti no to say there were no so de be ye ne ho a ebe fata no obi ho be ka say
Adie yes.
Na we watch it the efe no atimi aka say me wife ne to ma me me kire no enti no nuama bi wo ho no ma ye ma ni bi no ye nti ase
no correct
na me ma ni su bi wo ho no ma omo nti nuama bi ase senka nipa mienu na ewa awarie mu yetimi edi nkomode ni enya kasapa ni yeti ye ho ase say okay, encantete no say na no mo ye wo culture bi a wo ho no nneoma say ye wo mu no emmoa yen enti yen ankasa yen nye creative yen creative nneoma e be boa yen wo ya ware ma me feel say nka ware be ye da to the extreme krampo ne say obi abenante wo cloud nine so ahu ne me che no ba obi wo ho no ma ono no wo ye fixed mindset di ohun say ne papa ye na wo ye nti o say ya mfa antete no penisa
I'm papa sa no ye me dey be fie for dey sa no mo ye
odo mesre o ha me partner ne twi me pa nti wo dey mesre bo a
fia wo dey wo ba why
motivate you back with us pa wo be tia be bring all right
yeah mamu nyina makwa sister Awomirekuah te say wo ka say adofo no abeki abeyi nneoma bi ato ha say nti ma
me ba cha mo fa bibra na ye mo bobo so
ha enti no to say sister back host no to say nneoma ye is no longer relevant no see ye free one we have to unlearning no a problem my mema bebre esan say culture no na you know wo no e bom wo kwa bebre so and Pastor P said most marriages don't have a plan any code of marital ethics, which is very true. A lot of them are confused, don't come or they cannot do anything. And as Sister Fiahani said, the man needs education, most certainly. And the young man needs to hear education. And Sister Fia say, I have a machine here, but I always use machine to wash, non-use blender sometimes in the kitchen. Most certainly. Now, brother Emmanuel G. Crowd, they were fed a dear Sama, Muprampo, and then you be on the Biobalandia, a dear was a merefa baby. One can do, but as someone can or can't was it if men knows how to take off pants? How can they wash, especially if the woman is sick and pregnant? And we are assembly and also because Obi was saying sister Awomirekuah say when you mobia or ba no chese nkoye ne ho mfa no enso be ma no ma no ejina ne na so ekukumi so mahu bi saada oba wakoye surgery si won ma wonjira ne na so be ma no ete ho no ma na aso TV oba no ebejina ne nan na waye surgery si mu wonjina so no ena de ye aduane so anya aduane ma na not ho na nanima ye ho wo twen se obeye this I for that to brother it is all about understanding. However, the culture has certain ingrained roles we find hard to break out from, especially a workhorse mentality. That's like crazy. And this is said practical gifts. I know, right? Or the dear would be do my feel on them. Oh, funny.
Where your friend Abrosam, where your Oba or your Brofo. Sister, yeah, I can't get the strength, but honestly, maybe to say, and Bible brave, it's very one who said, a drew or no time, not very mano, and very ma be brave, someone when you move free, yet the needful, tries a woman, not very my papa, we very maybe a water channel, now one pen of one sem, now one power the giant, not Obama, capturizing or so, not Odigi. It is sad, the world is so sad, but one say, over to me at a toba, and then one colossal person be or you can mess up your child's life. Maybe I'm a catcher and crop for say, oh, yeah, say it literally more day. And sometimes marriage it can make and or make you. And Crawford be Abrabo Ato. Many lives, destinies has been destroyed just because they married the wrong person or they choose the wrong partner. How can you buy shovels and gardening tools
to fix things?
Why?
Yep.
Why?
And
listen, as if it's fun, but it's not funny.
That's right. It's very bad.
I don't think it's right.
That's right.
A drew the dear soa or from Bibia Konayasi, a drew Nikunu soa, Nani Kunaya mobo.
Ebimu peka, nomine home croneba. Now,
the cheapest thing a monitor, socks, any boxer shorts.
That's terrible.
So you can't be creative, Kakra. You just can't be creative, Kakra. Boxer shorts, any socks, and towels.
We want the men to be romantic, yet you're not romantic.
But yet, one Kasa, you are not even creative when it comes to
racism.
Well, I sad. Yama minimum vino, a bimo, and soon yamoa. The entire the piano and Crawford say, if you begina any now, if you're banner a shem man. It is the fact say the natural side of a woman, and bring it out beauty in everything.
That's
Say
right.
say or nature bibi or tenho, ama bribi edimua or yebi ye. Na intino ayana inchire bi na ekoso say a man or debi, but it's a two-way thing. Say me no debi ameka. When you marry, first 5 years of the marriage, the couples have to find their rhythm. It is a one shot. Our first 5 years, even the best of best relationship, first 5 years, and easy. Easier, and couples are trying to identify themselves, and it's a make or break that time, because it's the foundation of your marriage.
That's right.
So couples need smart enough. That is when they know they learn a lot of things, or learn a lot of things they brought into the marriage. Like Subani Niyobi Wahwa Enye Uber started say Usia into from 5 years adjustment. You adjust. They are making compromises. We're doing the needful. We're trying to meet each other at certain point in time so that we'll be able to work through the marriage. Ask anybody. And your management, from 5 years, we are all managing because they are full-grown men and women, and you have against your babbage now. I believe with certain behaviors and certain character traits and other things. For about 30 years before you met me, you think, say, 5 years now, be shaman, says to buy the bit me a giant Debbie. If you were hot crack, a crabby, the yonic a crab, we will say, old patterns. A bit to me a crop it up. Subani, you'll be bit me a crop it up. But beyond a year, ding, your one was say, Sana, it's here. What kind of nonsense is this?
Mr. Lee, you're right. Let me make correction. Yeah. Your man money be no in here in church, and your man we are right.
Yeah, we started by saying some. It's a woman I come ma, Yankasem, money in if I'll show Obaswa. Yeah, starting in yes, some.
I comment to be a sister here and making me reading it out and know that like or responded to it. And you're right. In every situation, they can never be 100%. It's always some a portion or like majority of the people. Thank you for the correction. I appreciate that because the men in your grandpa and man soon we talk about that. Brother Brian. Yamwakwa ba na dia na ma wabo awremu wa ha say your friend is saying dia na ekoso
ma meje also the edi kan Awomirekuah Ofori-Sakyi
meje also bra
share program now very very insightful, and I just want to come in and share a little bit. Yeah. We say yeah Kenya no. I'm say me ya to bra a can be say. I will say you say a addition na you to machine. Recently, and I mean because I make sure say our she kasan explaining the more. Right. But a binum I find say is just a mere something. I say everyday life. Oh sorry, I know one make once set up routines for yourself. You just float throughout the day. Right. So I don't wanna me family who example. Me worry me catch me who say me first 3 years. First grace period. First grace period. Me to me try second 3 now. My comment third 3 not just 9 years into the marriage. The 10th year no. And I mean who say I feel me do me jinem and as I feel I marry aba. Obi and to me for be an country me. But mammy ni akoya ni say enne subani ade a ye hu bebre no efie na ye nyini wo mu no.
But I say,
what can ye?
Efie na ye nyini wo mu no. Sorry, pa, and one M1, but I really want to get this out. If you're not in you woman, who said a thought that papa motana so was some money go akonya so. No more shit TV, no more yet your mope. Na ma'am, a yama, every and so a foul. But me meaning in the catch them who say I wouldn't want to be like my father. That's what I said to myself. Because me who say me papa bo me mommy. Me who say me papa ye nyoma bebre any soy. And on the other side, no. I don't know what, but for some reason, I stood up for women. That is how I turned out. Oh, I'm saying my car program used to say some time ago, my quotation in area program. Me go fee and me take it a shortcut to wherever I may say me con. And I will be chair shortcut have a faho. Me quite not brandy be out to a rebi mo pone pass and ye moba. Adenya or your girlfriend. Watch you so on your idea be no wine. Or can on the Makuma bed by me so bem and miss me when he become a me catch your band so indimechi. Me catch so indimechi. And no dimechi. Yeah, Quasima can bra. Meet me and I'm so won't call the hobium. You don't need him. And I followed up. I made sure say one many beam. Well, me feel say yes, be a boy. They say program, yeah, mammy muye. Obi bet you, but often to animal. The truth in this program is yes, you are near to animal. Yeah, Obi are your fans so. Yen fans so. Oh, yeah, papa, so. Nia, oh, yeah, nia, jai, because Obi me can't show, Obi me too for. At the end of the day, you are your own boss. Unim said, the away yen. O you are surgery, or you are operation. And your brother and the guy say, oh, to me, Rodia. I did in a sad time, not to be more or any money at your soil. Which will be
fun.
Which will be mature. Mammy, me first child, na me in Canada. 4 months and son, me buy and me wife arrest here. Me man arrest and I took over. Me buy na usi akwalani nyoma ewo machine na miss no. Eye too early because building na your woman cry no. Loud in this here for everybody's use. Into Uber sanitizing is just same. To me and cleaning up of cloth very well. Me catch and say no. Me call then time Canadian time. And I me call told that a wire rack hanger nibi. Me the best ho. And no pack before 4 a.m. Na my sorry to Jerry is me banning your no we say me call baby. Into maintenance money too late. Me ban you mra near mana. I walk on me sorting out. They say me soaking, me soaking. They also me wash me to me washing it right away. No my wash it. Me enjoy see how man. Me share say obey Adriano ho. Me share say bibia ho. I walk crab back. Do you hear no? I ain't so hard on her.
That's right.
I ain't so hard on her. Me second one be jina no way. Third one be jina no way. Fourth one be jina no way. Until a lot went in there. Me beside me who say it is a mini wa. They are me and one and kebe. One and kebe. Oh, I na me pese eh me ma ebi nipa bi ti ase say dia e kosu bia no wo kasa kire wo ho na wo si gina ya you can make it. Ubetumi aye.
Right.
Me pacho e wo sabe be mu wa ha. The reason why nkrofo bebre entumi enno said ye oh ye no is the fact that people go into a relationship for different reasons.
That's right.
Exactly.
Especially yenya ye walk on to Ghana cry. Obi wo ho relationship na wo ko mu no. Wan kwaso okoji as kwatena se ana aware you.
No correct.
Bebre wo ho sister no cry won shadam pe no. Me kodi bi. E na tika ni ko mu.
No
E
correct.
na ebu ofiofo nyemre. What did he hear, Papa? It was so warano. And your sister is saying, it is not its taste. And yes, our banner no pay. Or continue 9 times radiana, a wabem. And no, Sandy Power for so no money cowarana. And ya dear walk or dog. Are you breedy to say yet, dear, on one cassa dog, on one cassa pad, yeno, and a winner. And what ye be brave, a brilliant king. Yes, yeah, well, baby. Party be ase, or she sister no said you poku atria only said you no so Adwoa Odo you cute na and I share New York omudru hwan mu kuro ni bi so the same and na omudru Catholic to and so na be pa na ni pa na koma don pa no e wo Ghana
Makuma da tiame so na ma wo bi dia ko patra
da both a ma and Merima, and I said to my lion, you're tetano. Yet it is not dosso. And this is where the problem starts with. So she don't pay mu don't pay or forming pania. Once about punish of free Ghana. And so the new village and so see the money among. And to say, I would free Ghana said you now Jimmy said you Ghana, ya no. One who say, I'm your fear grano. And unti. Papa, no cry pa na say. Abrochire will be our for you now. You know what? Because Abrochire or for you. Now, when you try to say you're a good man now, and these things that you are doing as a man, or man in Merima will more a jack imprint to be a woman dream. Now, when you talk about quarters, Sanya Mania Mano, I'm Qualehuno, and won't you say, oh, Casanoka say. That is why you defend women. You have seen the bad, the ugly, the good, and everything. And you choose to be on the right path. You are doing everything to be on the right path. But they are on the wrong path. Why? One said, "Yoni omni mamma tiano, son, or no so than a yeba cotton." One of the keep you try over so who say, "Walk with your role model, Emma or man." And when I do a while 1 year said you were cast, I said, "Your madian." They are just depicting exact copy of themselves. Mr. One of these days, I'll come and teach about that covenant relationship.
This I'm requiring one of these days. Now I know I'm an short. Man, too much now. Yes, sir. Oba Kosia or say I blame some women too. Some women do too much during courtship, so the men can marry them. Then they have to keep doing it during the marriage. And also, yeah, assembly and also, yeah, this is our own person touch base. But Mr. Lin Swabusa assembly, I mean, per se, be a bit disregarding because I know to aspect this me our honor. Or say, did the men complain about the garden tools? Yes, because maybe the men love to do his garden. And no, honum. Se be man, garden tools now ye old, na say be a woman him say old, and no time for something, but you will be one be man in your garden, and so not talk garden tools. Brother Brian, hold on, sister Awomirekuah. I love my niece. Her name is Grace Mensah. She's not married. She's only in her early 20s. But Akrane Kasa, I just love her. So I need to say this out. I say, it is not easy to stay in a marriage without a firm foundation, because we need to keep in mind that both individuals have been independent and fending for themselves. They need to adjust to the new environment, open bracket and close bracket, marriage, right? Before they can be able to improve and sustain such marriage. And then she came back and said, most men are unaware with how to treat women, yet alone be in a committed relationship with one. Sometimes many factors lead to this situation. Some factors will be that most male never had a mother figure in their life who could teach them how to love and treat females due to his neglect of attending nurture and the comfort of a mother figure. Many men have an issue connecting with women on an intellectual, emotional way other than the physical and sexual intimate aspect. This is someone who is not married.
Okay, so what are you?
So let me take care on. Questions, the submissions are very good. But listen, there is a lot of things when you are not married. Married throw a lot of things at us.
That's right.
Some people can pretend. When you are dating them, it's a different ballgame. The actual person, you get to know the actual being you are going to take as a marriage couple. When you live in the same house, sleep in the same bed, wake up. Even there are little habits of the person until you are sleeping with the person, living with the person. That is when you know. When you are dating somebody, he knows you are coming, he tidies up, he hide a lot of things you will not see. Fast forward, then we get married. You realize that the person knows. You realize that the person is very filthy.
That's right.
You realize that the person they have anger issues. He can pretend around you for a year. You might not see a few. The narcissists, the people who are very manipulative, they can hide a lot of things. I know certain people, men are predators. And some of the predators who have certain behaviors, they can actually mask them. You will not see it.
That's right.
They are very good at their skills. They've done it to so many women. They get experience in it. It is good, but marriage has its own challenges it throws at you. And sometimes because we are ill prepared for certain things, I'm not saying we be born in Emra. Out of pressure, it can bring the best and the worst of a person. And then or software do pony program. Listen, if you yourself can be a conflict to yourself, it means that challenges, situations can bring the worst. At the same time, it can bring the best out of you. Even though it's a challenge, it's a problem, it's a situation, that same thing, when it's been dealt well, you look into it well, you do the needful, you do the things that needed to be done, it can bring the best out of you. Now, the ego, the brain said, "Dear one, what breath and one soup and what buying TM, one mahopine and money may be a year." Especially when it comes to an African man. How is an African man raised? They are raising or imprint be one argument will say, one not a superior saying Oba have to pick after him. It's a few people and how to pick after themselves. The question was said Berima, Berima. No, let's papa say, Nenia way of you on the Baberima Eshe. Now the Baberima, it is up to him to choose whether the Napa pay, a year and I saying ye, but whatever he does as the head of the home leaves an imprint. Ewanema, Emono. Yemubebre young papa, they were not good enough. They were damaged and they were raising us. Over Africa, Papa, now that they both, you go to TV. How?
How do you build a relationship with your children?
Is this a father?
No.
Bible said God is our father.
That's right.
And because you want anyone we can run to him and say, Abba Father, Abba. It's your friend Genesis. How come an African father, the Waba, there go, yet that car, a sound, and Kwale was the only name that a sound, a Bawa Junction, that's why you need. Including the missus of the home, not more remote to TV because that diva. How?
Versus us. Because like these kids, when I started working at home, I felt so alone because they are used to being home with their father in the afternoon. Even me being in the house, they will pass by me and go.
I feel you done like this.
Exactly. It took me some time for them to get used to me being in the house during the afternoon time, and for them to even recognize my existence. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I was like, how? So I was like mostly needed in the evening time when their dad is at work. And then in the morning time, that was the time that they would treat me special, right? But in the afternoon, the both of us.
You are not in it alone, my dear darling.
Man, they will kick me to the curb. And this is something, and they have a really great relationship with their father, right?
Yes, when a father actually nurtured kids, you see the bond between a girl child and a father, where your girl child comes to a father boldly and say that I didn't have a good day, and the dad will say, what's wrong? What happened? Some of us, we didn't get that.
That's right.
A lot of women don't have confidence. They can't even look into their own husband's eyes because where they were, where we grew up. And yeah, your bag will say, and you say, who should be eye to eyeball? Meanwhile, back over, or Penino Casana, show when you are
so or planning against him or her.
I said there was shaman, me auntie, where we all the snake say the way you are looking at me, said your war shaman who did me a table to you. Sister, that our hand cover can't be answering.
That is wrong.
I said your war shaman. I will yam wood to him. Every one of my imagining into no kind, and I feel that as I am work for the man, I had to say, or see, I said, why you wouldn't know one of me was a woo yam wood to him.
Well, let me tell you something. I grew up in 3 different environments, right? I was born, to say, I live in Kumasi, or say to for a long time because my dad used to teach them. Nam Papa Chara, they will say to. Then I'm in the Kobe Mancranson Hospital. So for some time, right? And me papa Barbro chain or by far me mammy, see a quatina me mammy miano, no more or that. Ya quatina or one now, or for normal doors, so now of a bar could be our woman. Or no, dear, any type of discipline. And I say, what to me, Dean, see about me, Dean, say, Yasuma me, and I say, Obi say my hen made the many my pottery many na heno because me wo Kumasi no me papa a teacher mommy a nurse omo kasa we need to look at them because they want to see our facial expression. Me papa bet me apɛ yanim no ahu ye fe yanim dua no say bia you see a din somebody ye din try wonim send ye yanim dua ne tie and ye kan okro nim send ye yanim dua ne tie. Crisscross my dad will be able to tell when we do something and we know say we did now. You need to speak the truth. Me papa mommy that but to say the discipline they say ube dear brana so be yadan kuna ye wie na untimi nante a afa na be wie free baby a wo be kono aye. But to say he connects the behavior with the discipline. So when you mention no me back or down say be me wo fan money make me wo fa sa me wo fan on make kasa. I was used to looking at the person in the eye. Obi yetimi de mfia bo mitirimu netimi fra manimu nyina. So the fact is say wo kasa na me hwe nanim no. Enti me movie from Kumasi. I was very outspoken person. Na me ye petre. Enya wo kan ya na me so no mayiwa no. But me ba wadano. Oh, sister Kumasi, yeah, exams. Na many guys me no. Yes, and we rotate. Who this semester we the first, now we had the second, now we had the third. My year exams are my try third. Me ba wada after a year and a half, no, you bought a year, I'm 27. I became timid. Me na mami yamu timi shimi. I wasn't happy. So if you want to say be a menam prana say so be ne make kasa na nipa ni pagya ne nsa na ma flinch. So when you make channel and you know you have different styles of places how you grow up. So when the woman me wa wo fumo tna the way wa wo fumo betiti say be a wa wo fumo omo they grew up in a toxic unhealthy environment na ebi mo no eno ana omo nso edi etete omo ma and ebi mo nso no esa asa wonu bi okomu no anya ne de one feel good enti wonu no ase obesua ade foforo no de ase se mi di sa me wo fa na chi anka me brom rough because so te say enioma bi wo ho no ma ya ba me ma me ne me papa what they embedded in us no joining woman, it took over 5 years for me to gradually to be able to see me
to come out.
Classroom, yeah, you teacher busa de minimum answer me pajamas. Na teacher ni busa me sister awo. Adofo no ma bia ma me minim se me adwa me to we me kasa me ti me kasa, but teacher no ni omo classroom was said they can't hear me.
When him say mutism, you got mutism?
Yes.
You got mutism out of that.
They said they couldn't hear me, and I know I was talking. So I'm
it is so sad, though. It is so sad. A lot of the people we are married to have things like that going to. Oh, I saw Pekasa. No, something has happened. He has had trauma in his childhood. He have childhood trauma, and she had just stopped talking. And on kasa, and then I was so happy. Sir, Sofoka say, "Obu wa won kasa bedroom so didn't do wa won kasa."
No crap.
Or you're timid so much to say even in bedrooms on kekano. And yes, I didn't hear you. Who you to know we no call baby. Said you're no kasa dear no. A crab in a wakan. Sa once on kekano. And a lot of people want trapped like that.
Yeah, and our society we are used to. Now, we used to not getting counseling. We used to not helping our partners.
We still don't. We still don't until it gets worse.
We assume and then we judge people. We don't support and help each other. Instead, because some of us have been traumatized growing up by family members, by their own parents, by their own siblings. Some women have been raped, molested. And some boys have been raped, molested, but they can't speak because we are bema.
And these days you cry and you want to call boys school obi wo kra na wan call boys school na bia na wo fa bi ana compound house ho enkan na ye kwanhwehwe TV won krofo dem no
that's why
they has molested a lot of people just because they were living in compound houses. This can I'm opening a lot of worms people are not ready to speak about. Yes, and before the anytime I do a video and I brought these topics up and I say these things, people come into my inbox and say, Auntie, I will work on myself.
Mommy, I'm a victim. I'm a victim of what you are talking about. I'm telling it.
My children cannot do overnight. They don't visit anybody's home.
Walk to me and come and tell me that I want your kids to come for sleepover.
No.
It's not happening.
It won't happen.
It's not happening. It's not going to happen.
No.
Ghana for Muntie and Kuala company for party.
That's right.
And Famuba and Ghana for party. Ghana for party abeko obi wo kwa na nkwala and chese ahometew. Listen, the molesters they don't. Chese, how do you take a child there? Me fa me ba enko party, me fa me ba nko ayi.
That's
Me
right.
fa me ba nko. Listen, I'll only my brother. I have a brother, step brother here in Scotland. Our boys 4. Maybe our girls 2. My man go sleep over with my brother if you. This thing that I'm saying is deep. Some of you, it is your cousins. Now, cousins can be in the same home. You find out, say, big cousins, as to rape some of the women. Some of the women also put their small boys on their laps.
It brings out a whole lot.
That's right.
A whole lot.
You go and marry somebody who is damaged like this. Let's be honest with ourselves.
That's right.
You probably none until Odase. And listen, in marriage, where see a cousin marriage is not for the small minder. And was saying panel at Odase and San Wakaware. I was saying Awadiasi and San Wakaware. I was saying people said Bedima. Ojina and now so yeah, near maybe Ansana. But listen, a lot of people are so desperate. Want to be married. Entrance dance. And the entrance dance. And then carry your best son. And no more yet the focal point to say, again, I will come for life. If you're going to marry,
have a thing for the marriage counselors in the churches. They should just dissolve that. They don't do a thing. They just engage people.
All they need is professionals.
Exactly.
It shouldn't be dissolved. They need professionals. If it means they have to pay so that somebody who knows how supposed to do it, it will be better, especially this one-man churches. You can be good. You are good in preaching salvation. Oh, yeah, miracles, oh, yeah, signs and wonders. Counseling, and yeah, what
no.
Now, this is one-man churches, who be bringing your used underwear, and then you bring your used underwear. How stupid can you be? I mean, there are some things now, when I hear it now, I say to myself, how can a human being listen to such thing? Because this is Awomirekuah. Let's be real. We opening the can of worm, Pandora box. In our community society, when you go see a counselor, a psychologist, our society and community will label you as you are sick. So,
and that is a sickness itself.
Most people know, I mean, there's stigmatism. Most people know they need to speak to someone who is trained to do that. We have church members who have been selected as counselors, but they themselves are rapists. They themselves, some of them are pedophiles. Some of them are rapists. Some of them have more issues than the person who needs counseling. Some of them, they don't even understand. They will read a Bible scripture. Their explanation of this Bible scripture, when you read it, you understand it differently. So the fact that we just entrust our marriages, our life, our husbands, our wives, and then children into a total stranger, going to church together does not mean, I should trust you with my children. Yes, we meet in church every Sunday, once a week, twice a week. For those who go to church 7 times a week, I still don't know you. So I will never leave my children. I don't leave my children anywhere. And I teach my children, nobody can touch your chest if you are a boy. Nobody can touch your breast if you are a girl. Nobody can touch your genital area, your buttock. When you play with a child your own age, it's not by accident.
No.
There is something behind it. Say into a full a natural thing. If you are no man, we're down for I wouldn't know honum. Ne papa catch and say one that I will find a brand I won't knew. So I'm near Metreno. And sometimes these abuses, narcissists, control freaks, molesters, they use their own children. Their children knows what is happening in the house, but they're not going to tell you. They will,
of course.
And then my son, he loves video games. I said to him, you do not go see nobody's video games. If the person said they have the latest game, you tell them, my mom will get me one, and you keep on walking. Don't go and look at nothing.
So let them tell you what the game is about. Come home, come and tell me, I'll get it.
A problem or to so be on my army. Me my come madam for fear no me idea.
No,
I will not give that opportunity because my children are precious to me. I can never have anyone take my children's innocence.
Oh, Adwoa.
Because before my mother came here, no, she taught us. Me mama catch him say, me mama babro, and I'm 10 and a half. Or catch him or tray and say, now crisscross crano yen fear back. Or catch ray me say, any Mrs. Penny, and I mean ya bema with Dimechi or say. Blanche, and ye fearful, I bay for one of your mom, Eddie Juju Kunkuma Busian for you, I will try or see if ye men conquer did you will be fear. Obi betty me, I your bonnet, a bank quine, a contomerin quine, and no idea yet to idea, Chester would the idea who be who, and sound quine be. Men conquer did you be fear because Obi or one man will see what down for, and answer Wunia and snort for bonnet, bet me. I tell to men conquer men you have for me call be fear me young bomb me crew moose are accommodate. I mean we did that. So me mammy tray say, Mammy tina bear my nice so because bear my wood nan and now so I dear be one in nantem, a timish original who know what the deep one grock a crack. Me ma bear my and fanensa and so no fumu. Me ma bear my en no. Me ma bear my fanensa moto. And Tinina, me ma make them, me mammy and me sister Awomirekuah. Me kabibia say, Yami or Hatasroom, come mammy and me say, and come off a bar, could there no broomy baby benenson. Can about
open. I said, you were near then when you say one dominate 2 hours back.
Yes. And can you say, me and me uncle, no, the encaches or molest me, brought for cry, what trying premiums and a third time made the sick kind. Can me chess me ye be and call best and so pinky crash on my tadema. I will cut you into pieces, and I was hoping he would touch me. And I was willing to cut him up that day. So I don't know, and I be me mono sister. Let me pese me kunu pana me or fanu who say yes. Me no be a chese ubeye you be a makatro say first time makatro say obani say no ye no. Asema me or fanu catch or bro me bro a foolish beating. Or we no catch me say me nim. Na me catch obi a I will regret being born. Enti man can't show be enti ne paneti ye no. That's a enablement, right? Or full saying to a better second time, third time. I took it in charge. Crisscross will call Ghana or Sammy of finance or call ye crisscross Bibiana crisscross coaching second was now one year for the BB and second. The baby jamu say who. And you know, I didn't say nothing to nobody. One day, Mrs. Taketwa crisscross. And na menene kasana mi niece or here tutoring. And I'm catching me say when you're tutoring, I'm so good and I kasana I'm saying that I am be a tutor or a teacher near an or say there be and all coca say a cousin did them say, hey, what should I ubana dia hobby was it there be and I maybe can't what I went through with this guy trying to say say what? And you never mention it. And I'm catching and said, this is what Offa told me. Said me catch I will regret being born. That day now, no catch and say, won't mean any bad year. Because what cat or can't know the me want to say, my niece. I don't want my niece being exposed to this pedophile. Because you say, Mimi Shano, or try so will you be sir.
How much more will be?
I will not be surprised. So when I met channel, ain't no katatumo, so send your sister for that to Bracano. Nanke a nubina me of an ye. Ain't no sometimes a busian for being send me pass to Messi or ya ring, but they will not say it. Nor than I ring gano, aqua worry, nor worry us and you didn't day. A
house near the back.
Here, Tunimona, and also on one in ma, no two on one in Mamona. Just ye society no bebre yare. But we don't want to talk about it.
Sister Adwoa, nipa ne yare o tie nkomo no ba bia ekono. This is where I wanted us to go. Nipa ne yare. And wa be ware no wakwantu. Enti bisa ho se ne ye etese.
No correct.
Nipa ne yare wansa no ho yare. Omo yare no nkoda nchen. Obi wo ho a na asefo no. A chief ene ho ahwafo no na asei na agiman chief ene sa ankrofo no omo so de ne ena ayi ma me krache abusua krache omo so de ne ebe enti wono no odamem ena yesom ne so hene yen kanasem owo me na ne ma me keka nkasa a kire me sa nipa ne ma me ahye di tocho ultimate nya boneda
no correct.
Wawado okura ebia wodi nyamna so won say asoma bi wo ho a wo ka ne babari mu asem a wa ka ne niwa so what yes enti ne babema no wo bunim se ne babema no amobra balima ne sunipa no oya fun pa sorry to say that
na nipa ya mi ka na asem ichezo hu na Abrabo a esa sentete ye boni ana
wo so ni na go ni suban ti ye ne babru ti ye shepo na babru ti onim say ye si su na ne yesu no nkrofo bi wo wa ne ye shada dwom babru ti mum yanka no kore that thing used to be there.
That's right.
Escapoli be mana na ya say one the only option their parents have was to bring them abroad. And some of that no e wo Ghana no awofo ni na ebia wona nam utira ye no akosia saa be ma na bibisa say saa be ma na me say 4 or 5 years ago minim sanko league so amomisa no yeah program bi wo Pasito radio papa penimu pa sebe monimu a de bia nyame boy ye de bia toilet wo the boxer sauce.
That's nasty.
Every blessed and yes, or yare, and yes, a cocoa triano. No. Or to make the pan to ye.
Jesus Christ.
Now, what sauce, no, or Nimusi. And you know the go manager. But so ye are net, you know, a young mamma now who met it. Now, mammy to go, not a pension and echo. And giant tower. About 5 years ago, so if I come across that video, I will post it. But not sometimes I won't
listen because I want to.
Night me Awomirekuah so me yet sa program no Pasito radio them days no. And it was so sad. My man said, I am tired. Sister, I am tired. As someone like I am woe. The woman gave us evidences.
That's nasty.
Or say enya ketwa nya ba ko nya say bia one of and say bia niema ne be 10 na bia ba ko myself every day.
Na say dem okura be ponti say
every day ma me ne say onsi boxes ni biu.
I don't blame her.
Papa ni so eni musi enti ama omo dem ho no agenka enti na ede ba radio so no odofo yanka wei engu obi animu ase ba ye wo mmarima bia omote saa ye wo mmarima bia na meka another person bi so ne dia no wo say otimi konom nsa wa abonten a obafia no abafia gu ne yere so otimi kura no ho ensa no betumi anoa mana go be ahomache be for whatever time it comes home bia no oba ti obafigu ne yere so.
And some
the daytime onyonyam for be ma bi pa o kama na moment saka no a wontumi mfi ngu ba bia wono mo nsa no wontumi mfi ngu ba ho wontumi mfi ngu kwa ho agist obafie be se obafie na na yere da asaso or da bedroom be bia no afie mu
awarienti sister ya awarienti o eni enka asafie no nka me de besra wo no ankasa ho mi Adwoa
you so a nasty man like this.
God damn.
Abba. Such behaviors like this.
As I'm in the crowd
in the name of marriage.
A family rapture na
No, I say, Obia Baba Yanchre be say. Fam Pibo, when yam Pibo. I think I was saying you pack a yano or soro, and free soro may yam many
common sense, basic fundamental
sense. Women so now on Cassaman and Fam Piboni. I don't be a mean to move because in Sano and yet or soro Nedichiawana.
Your crop,
Open bathroom, I people with 2 years, no, and no Fam Piboni.
Sister.
I actually our boss said about the Western Ukra with fee, and I did what kind of rubbish is this?
I think
What kind of rubbish is this?
Sister, we have some people who might make you almost self-counselor, even they don't have the credential, and then they tell you nonsense, and then you also going to have people who have limited mindset who is going to take it as it is, right? But education there, both genders, we need education. We need to learn how to talk, effective communication, using our active listening. You can't say you like her like that. You were not taught like that. You have to learn, because if I place you in the box, and you know, say in the box there are 4 corners, and you're not utilizing all the 4 corners, you keep using one corner, and you tell me you stuck now. You're not someone I need to build my life with. I'm gone. Because you will not be able to come outside the box. Now then, baby, you keep pressing and keep pressing. Kokase, and you say, "Wuku, eya wuba penny. Wunu wubada. Yani yemen na."
Adwoa,
Me da ba pa person of them.
Memra Munamija, say me call you ready for something. All I want to say is it's about time I also check your mental health status.
Thank you.
Mental health status. I also
Thank you.
Aside that, so phones are crying, gadgets are crying, and my international 24/7 just watching videos, looking at people's videos and whatnot. We should research where we can learn or what we can acquire.
Yeah.
Right. Dia make a question and say, dia mama boss say obi kum na of feel say or ye bibi ni nipa bekasa. There is more to it.
That's right.
There is more. Just the round kwa mene madam for bako kasa. Me meeting as a friend and chair. Na me show ubi. Ubi a me pen no. Ma show na bre me hunu me hu that particular guy no. Or say nipa na me man a message. The man a message. We ended up become friends, right? And see no me through the search I was making. Me name is signed within a short time or no. Two nights ago, me ko ejuma na o se bra me pese me no din komo. Me wu. Na ordaining nsem too many. Wa endure for 8 good years. Still all endure. So I'm swinging. Give me a couple of hours. Let me think through. Na yankasa. Me to me and friend to me do fear no pana me friend. Na me ne kasa mka jan me bisa ne say. Sesia me no din komo no. Nyama bebre aya boboso. Emma me who say, oh, health problems. Now, what's the one now when Dion ya was yiri no? What side the run so I say, obey giant. Nothing is going to change it. Me person me can't someone be an
there be can't someone because
see, and then me do fear no pay, and I'm catching so you free on frame. Or frame and I'm catching and say, there's one thing I want him to do. Me person pay place. Now, on moving fi baby out, on jaya worry. On movie
separation.
You need a break.
On the sanitation back to leave because I'm a flower worry. Into own movie away from their own home each and every time. Because and out oh me maninti and mo franinti, me maninti and mo franinti. No way what is the use? And for so Ben I'm afraid to be fear now one. I feel no one man I can see. And now one man frano. What would now I go to the other end no? And I bet me I be share my friend. And I bet you out to a mama friend. The minute I'm catching and say, me mean two for say our warrior. I know dear me, but Uche one will be the whole thing from a different dimension.
Sir.
Now what to me reset yourself up. Now the huni obey. That is when opesa ujano, opesa uyeden you can think through it.
Hey, Brother Brian, I'm so proud of you. I'm a good teacher.
Oh, mommy, the truth is, they are much no. Eboa, you right? Before I can mean kawi, but the same no, I will say it without even looking around.
Well done.
Exactly. Before I will not, and I try, you know it.
Yes.
Me started saying me new sign. You realized how fragile I was.
That's
but
right.
Come to this far by saying to myself, say, no, I have to stand up for myself.
Yeah.
What you say?
I've become stronger. I'm
exactly.
Too.
Exactly. It's no. Many of say no. Just move away from whatever you are witnessing. Because I'm wow. Oh, I had say yet here once to say, yeah, quiet benino. Life now you live in Agasa, a lesson on its own. At the it's in your to me and no. And because at the end of the day, uwa nasa. Uwa me mean to me but to us somehow.
Baby.
Sister, my can't make my life high examples, baby, or programs so me in America. Me to me cleaner and me walls, me wall. Me the sapone samana a 2 wall which you wall who me fee. But I do baby, say no, mean to me. So I'm training children to pick up.
Of course.
I'm training my children. Oh, bomb dear who through Nyansa with the Bisra war one. Since and so Ubeji.
That's right.
Simple.
Ubeji. And no, yeah, I may say, oh, I'm being too much, I'm being this. No. Do not even initiate that step. Recently, my third one, curtain. Meteho, me was a curtain, no, I cheer. Like, and you're straight in my man, I'm say, then they'll cost so much sorry, almost to a normal draw curtain, right? Today, I then I won't cheer. A conyan and Ben, now, actually, we are pushing it back.
Sir.
Why free? Not knowing, say, oh, Nini, I can 20 dia grown. Say, Nini, I know to a diabo, no so curtain, or for sense.
What?
See, me and I'm no, me in the May minimum and been I'm from 4 including the 2-year-old. Omobana maybe some penny phone say, it's not me. Get 20 now, I know I price it, must say, Alvin, tell the truth.
Wow.
Tell the truth, and I'm saying yes.
Good one. Oh, God, with my bro,
Oh, no, Ubisano. So, no, I don't know. Because Nipo ye ni ho na where you say ni Panama. Right. On hold the conversation. But only now because obey you must see here. That is how I have made it seem in the house. Oh yeah. Reason na my wife for say because me bo one say if you do me ba e one no mo dey say me ba. Oh nti me so me ba say me hu ni say no me nya every premises na so na me yi me water bottle na ma start sip nti enu say me mo one na me dey abedru fi nti me ba say am for say dey bia na me nya me won
intelligent.
Exactly. They are almost no. Hey, me too quiet for 4 days. Me too quiet every single minute. They want to talk to me, but me they are all because I will be straightforward with them. My mom said, "You cannot pass me by with this or that."
That's right.
Stay true to yourself. Be truthful to yourself. Be that person. Don't lie, because who change you character? Who now shiva? You are lying. That's not who you are. Do the right. Now we are no near my papa na me wo me. I don't matter. So I am catch a member. And we are tsunami benwa. I don't need a cane. I don't need a belt because we imudu pa. Imudu we. Me mouth the front to the back and the crana me debe ebe battle. Well, I bet you say yes. What feeling? Right. So at the end of the day, what are we learning? What are we learning? Oh, it do baby now between me and my wife. I say we were struggling to bring the case up. It do baby now. Yeah, I said to myself, said, no, this is not going to work. I dropped everything because I was struggling. And I'm catching him and said, no, I have to take it from a different dimension. You baby no, abofra no ya dia. Me mfra wo bi enim ne won kasa. Me no ko baby. Na me no what na say ye fam me no to ho. Say ye butu won ye din koma. Whatever we do, na me no akasa. By so doing, me ba pen catch me say so many times I know you're confused because mommy kasa make kasa at the same time on to me register. Unto me register, and I told him, say, you know what? This is what I want for you. The best I'm looking for you is to have a life. Ube do baby, ube say, one cause you're proud of yourself.
Sir.
Me in person ube do baby. Now the little thing will be kind of one more. No. And I use how I live with my stepmother to train them a lot. Me catch me say, me name stepmother for tonight. I premeditated the living. Me catch me say, me in train man and catch me say, you see, and son why? If you know your chores, if you know the routine, if you know everything, just get on it. The one not for one day had a problem. Say my yesi and my yesi. The only time me mom na me teasy, you know. Oh sorry, I'm not baby. Saturday I'm not baby. What? She na no like why Sunday why you know she and I will say why.
It's just stepmother waiting any list opportunities to accuse you or do something.
Baby, oh charm me hono. A hosta. And I did me show that. Me so a chain. And I did me show that kind of farm war no. And I'm say, man, mazna your father side. Who's me from my mother side? Baby, I'm a pie. See me bomb in some three and be PA. 3 days na me back here. Cause me said yeah, my no. I bet warranty problem. And I'm a coy. Say 3 days no. Ni sunu gujam no shemi. The fact to say, me can't farm war no one keke no cry no. Unhu is harder. Unhu is because there be a man a distant. Me person me ho be payment cry na me konya problem. But I was able to do that. That was how I broke that barrier. After the horn who are throw. Oniajo, yeding. I don't know, share them, sir. Branium, movie. Branium Boludu. Branium, say. Ti edu baby no. Or to me, being a no catcher name, Massey. Munsia, mo brother penny. Munsha said, you're yen in your and this is my stepmother. Me worry your mommy soon because I was moving out of the house. Me movie on 3 occasions. Or the palm just a member fee and confirm make us all no one my apartment. Or can
drink water and land for me because
and then or can I mean snugu gem namako. Inti me worry we no. Minute na saka chance. Me to na fear afebo. What if they me to coin so? Inti no on release me. Na me to me mobra. Na bobra na me to me ahwe no. No say me kona maba because edu baby kwa na osuro say obeji na ni kra free me ho. Because na me very 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 strong fragile. Oh, but no kakra me bibia nsi mama nkoka nkyere me me no koka kyere no obeka kyere so no ma me ne nete nti kona koye wade sa abofra nkogri nyina no ko oh nti dia ye bia no ye nsu ya hwe ne ye de anyi a ye nyi no yankasa how are we writing our stories
sir
how are we writing
the narrative
and me catch your crofo say ye kwa ye ba no ya graphical. Yeah, say newspapers and coffee a lot. Me na minimum da say coffee the me to omombafo. Na minim dressing wise, the way I make casa, the way I me ye me na minimum da. Until recently, and will be friends so pa me chow. or per se menene bakasa. Say, Uhumi was a menin penny for ye. Send ya menin penny for Casam, a yen fe, the banning nimu, and I'm trying say, mammy, and it doesn't come easy, but we'll try. We'll try. Oh, nti obia ne sania odie tie wo kwa wo ba enye wawarie mu nkwa na enye wo matiti mu nkwa na enye ofie nkwa. It should cut across. Yensua de. Mama, you want to be busy. That's
right. Nyame shira pass where you so experiencing. So here yeah, that's it. Nyame shira. This Aisha X Factor say me do see, you know. Brother Brian, thank you for the start also, and thank you for joining us. I love it when we come and then we have like both gender. Sure. It makes it more even. So it's like sometimes, you know, you guys don't hesitate to ask questions and also bring your contribution, because I know that and komono because the bibi wo hono ma ya entwe ya adwen koso. So most more the no na be ma yetimi send their other place. Into Brother Brian, me da se pa nyame nhira.
Awomirekuah, nyame nhira.
But I see the one mama adwuma na ye mre. Nyame nhira mo. Nyame nhira mo papa.
With the stars.
Get in touch.
I think so I will bring Sister Awomirekuah on more to get more stars.
Answer me. I am so humble. And Anadri, in fact, when she actually cry, she has said, as the man, we are bump before, it was so fear who by. Listen, if you know, and me terminology, I be am using. If you are a CEO, you have a sense of responsibility. If you are even the manager, you are not lesser of a person, because you are part of the reason why the organization is running. And you are also help for the organization, whether we make profits or we make losses. It depends on both of us. For ye may yet to one ye be our motion. Moma yen to sapa. After yet to Merima. Will bet me a sippy. No one sit. Woman young very man by a bump before. Woman young very man will be who said your best soon won't fear ye.
No correct.
See a fras, yes, I yet to tea and money ye. Some which I will buy bear Marian and Noah. And let's say he's inferior or anything. But which then Diana Noah said the Abaya said, BBC. Abrabo be to missy. Or Pierre Abrabo baby. One cassa, let's make the abon hobby. So,
Abontin sweaty, you know, it's not good, it's not healthy.
Sir, Oberima any madio, our life skills, sir. One merewa brabum, Lenin time wa brabum, or baby and to be more babrima quasia. I did, because uncle relationship, uncle pekuka, or be a caterer. Uncle a relationship because of sex, but it goes into a relationship knowing that you have to give his all. Or the first, what to say, or very mana or your papa, or baby, age now, or your papa. Yes, book munyan sahu here. A two book wa, ye book mudie. There was so near young sons so come because listen, whether you like it or not, ye want crophobia or book munyansa or educational skills, or you're very good, or you're very intellectual, but only social skills.
That's right.
But life has to be balanced, because if you are living a balanced life, you cope everywhere. You can't be intellectual and simple things in life. You look daft in it. You look stupid in it. So intellectual now, you know. I see what you're saying.
Sister, I will be part of a size to the Kakraba for my brother Emmanuel G. Why? Brother Emmanuel G said, apart from sex, I can do everything. Oh, hey, wow. Hey, brother Emmanuel G, man can't say aside from where you know, I didn't have no. Don't come and man, yeah, lie, do a how I
very proactive. And what and the life skills and or you're very intellectual, and honestly, even a sex life is also proactive.
That's right.
One, because it factors everything. So somebody cannot say, maybe I'm sexually powerful. I am a sex king. I am a sex goddess. Sister,
yes, 1 minute. No, I mean to say
one who sex who be brave, maybe away for ye. No cry back, who sex who be brave, you away yan because would you would ya? Oh, Benz, what for Benz? And who in also be prove will be say what for Benz? Benz, na would ya, would ya? Benz, no, a would ya, would ya? Make about say will be a proactive in other areas of his life, or you're all-rounded person, or you're versatile, but some of us in the diaspora, we are raising kids who have certificates, but omujina who to support you. Anybody, our masters, but the benny pamua, as a sebe, onimunyansa, on to me, yeah. It cannot even find us only social skills. Yeah,
a
and one so see what to the Yamma be of why young woman will grow yet she ha. Sabi and yard, or goodness, sir. None of pints is now a you woman or the afraid laundry. Why?
Oh,
It is sad. And I don't know how you can raise a girl like that, so lazy. A bimu bedrooms. Yes, minimum broche phone call our hard only teenagers, some bedrooms can be a mess. But that time, number one, to set the cleaning up after herself. He grown up being filthy. And he of a PhD. But or your broth or your fee or your kwa. How can that be? Say okita PhD, okita masters. And so now when if you say be out you
and
we Abrabo.
Obenya Tibon course to be our because of kita PhD.
And you know why we are not marrying our own? Because Ghana near Brantia were no mammy money put a lapia no one wendy. Who raise you bano, make us a bano and con Adriane, that Yanni no one will be. Yes, I wouldn't wear brute, and so no question, Obama Kogan and EDC, Yanni and no one would. And you wouldn't know what quite a one channel on a winning one, and so no one watch a cocoa will be. And you're gonna be an area. And if I hear people say, the bed may be an no cry, it is not okay. And your life skills. Abrabo in your thoughts, sir. Every back, he will lose his job. Every back, and was said or no, even for his own health. So then you want proper food rather than a bounty. So every animal. Chinese, you know, want to take away now for wouldn't be free.
Oh, in general.
Some of your man, yes. Only my it's a bonus, a life skills.
That's right.
I look at Amma Mountain, it doesn't look stupid now. Okay, it's all round, or to me, Becky, or to be any baby. But Ukita, PhD, why? Now, what you could see, I could never see. That's sister who call ya now by to crowd to me. Now, we want to say, well, as I see so. And Ukita say, medicine, I could see ya. Ukita medicine, son, and then medicine, it be a medicine already. There be a medicine already. And you know, Ukita medicine. Obako Faro began a new baby, Yatano, and for now, Obano. Only Fianyan Santi cannot draw with a woman who is trained because Obano in a shed to go or no habit. The boxes or your medicine, and so the box are try a portal. So you said you did two machine. So do you go machine? Dear drag camera or Nimuya.
How do you boxes multiple days? He says 1 time a day, no, if you show more panties.
Or kind of multiple because of Jibisi.
Yeah, or kind of 2, 3, 4 days. And you know, no, sorry if you are planning or can.
Sorry,
one yet. You will remember Nibina, ye to say almost a testicle, nasty one, a chromonym senior who for one or yin in Naya. Senior sister, workers will be in sport a movie, or nin senior paper. And maybe life skills, and are very important. You have to teach your sons. We have to teach our sons and our daughters all these skills. How to clean up their room, your dirty laundry, you don't mix it in with your clean laundry. How to fold clothes by holding them up or putting them on the bed and then folding it and putting them in the drawer. You have to teach them all this because sometimes, your son is going to grow up and live on their own. Sister, I will mommy a minute. Sister, I know so. I promise to say.
Yeah, man. And then you're my late.
And you're late to the wire pan. Sister, I won't require. I bet to
You see me home flyer and it's not coming in send me from home.
Oh.
Later the whole week in school opening college for me drop away me free Syracuse me bedroom and me
Missing going back to school. You say I can't think far. Yeah,
me not this weekend and I say my tight.
No problem. This what about the people so my
as someone walking. I said money. You say your mano. And your mano. Say yeah who say and you may be what young generation and I said be anymore.
Yeah.
I'm wiring.
No cray.
It's your choir. I'm wiring. I must be a Maria group. I'm wiring. I'm a Abrabo your bar. I preach her. You who said you may be what a toasting. And no, I say yes, shake. Now, me did be casse. Ning nursery and more frasy. Standing near Mofrano, it's my yen subaya ye a teacher woman. Yen who say, or won't see a cassan, so what's a cassan, papa. It's a cassa, or mutti de yekabia.
No cray.
Yen ye now for film, ya good ye, ya what ye no pomu and come why ye gino. Or mutu when you shake, no mutu one among.
No cray.
Ye can't be this agony any again. A bit petty and a bit petty and Mimi Wakana no. Let me see you classify me say, me a quite near friend of Quajoa. A 7-9 coming sanka be fedgy. Now the we are not mammy so or petty and a na you mono or sending you slow man. Into no tell me some ban in chain or kitchen for and yen you now see you yellow so one say you compound houses. Kitchen no young one a wodia. Ain't ye to 2 o'clock, ye bit to not want to na ye best send him and study to 2 o'clock. Me up, I'm only sending. Yes, send me a million you may be now. You see me to say, me are here, me nice to see me. I'm not.
Wow.
However, you know, you na me show. Yes. And yes, I mean, but your car and me are quite good. I block home is anti. Let me show you there.
Who you so I know for excuse?
Yes.
Hi.
It's a true time. I'm too. Why am I black room on average? No. Now, me name auntie because tonight I know young one and ma also go through divorce.
No correct.
See, me buy an annies and your quantity of one tea no young one. That time done in nearby you am up average. Now me call ye. Me auntie. Say one no crowd any come here.
Oh my.
Well, who's what to quite that I want a map train 1 month per day, just as we get to near bridging me and name me a day. It's in the summer pie and a never great day to me. It's in that you say. Me use some skills and I say me a quadrono. I have skills and a buy.
Who change you?
Now, me say me no can to want to be organized if you want to be answer never banner.
They were shocked.
Offer me, mammy say, oh, yes, she is a buyer. Also, what you must say. Mammy said, oh, me, the real way when you made a woman chair, I wouldn't send you your money. It's me at the end 3, 4, 5 at the same time. Also, a woman chair, and I made just a bit of But at the end of the day, no, Mammy, me see, I use the skills, let me see again. Me share one more. Even though your mammy, but they got to a point, no, it's missing your man and 13 in a day.
Wow.
They could do number for the guys in your but they gave me opportunity to own the skills. It's me free one after me auntie in a man or more person intro me recipe. Send me a
Wow.
Me discipline or to the sense and put two into naps during the afternoon. My first week and it was so challenging. They said, the school if we are married, we don't make a chief one for one year about the Jew. The bottom line is it's a second one of the free. Oh, but teenager, but you can be upgraded 10-8. Also, providing a Gary. That age, you know,
only see a Gary.
I'm
correct.
yes, I said this is the time of Walker knows telephone.
Not home.
If you walk around now, we are not going to manage Gary, but you know what upon it. Now, only you be said, same like Gary.
It's here.
It's a lay on the man that's so come you will scrap you. You will never forget. You still remember the scrap. It's your woman of the nursery infancy. We are manna. Yeah, you see, I'm pretending I see you carry your money. You are the trigger. You carry one again. Who am I? I have a phone in the back. I also want kind of what I want to.
Yeah. What now? Toilet is one, and why you feel.
Sorry, no,
Ah.
Jesus. It's in a young you may say.
Yeah.
Yeah, why am funny if I'm why a man? Not almost clean. You see me be back and you know, or three of them. I mean, so I'm back at the money. I can't believe it. My roommate, or you see, or Gary or the tower before. Can you imagine? Listen, I imagine. Send me a car, what's in the casa? When you say, I'm a separate house, say. This is why you see the difference.
Exactly.
It's a year, piano. Oh, my year. A piano, don't you walk again? Walk on a year. Or the shell. Woman, the chores. And to think it will be our year. It's would be one I made one I am brown. Or free with channel power. We used to. What's your say? But for people have me say, I was surprised to say about a week ago. Somebody told me a parent. Or say, maybe they was so mean to me, my home now loud. Oh, bad there.
Wow.
So we'll bad there. In the diner, when you see a car.
No way.
Can you imagine?
You have to know what is happening in your house.
Okay, over the moment that I am with your go through the teenage and adolescent
crisis, you know, trauma, your friends and triggers, tantrums.
Communication, no job of
oh no.
It's so big, so one carry and on family. But I wasn't supervising.
That's right.
To me, when you call whether good or bad. Me and let's say evaluate me and one at you.
Yeah.
For the year. And the economy share of the year. Yes, Awomirekuah a program.
Oh yeah, it was powerful.
Evaluate me for the year. No, we are starting new year and evaluate what I did and what I have been doing so far. No, what I need to do and improve.
That's right.
And I appreciate it. And thank you, and I'm saying thank you guys. Keep on doing that. I'm so, mommy, we hope you are not offended. I'm saying no, I'm fine. I just need to improve on it. And
that's right.
Me. It's a young man who can. Many a man also young now for young trio of men. Yet, young my people say, you're not really yet. There's almost pay and soon as you know me a year, almost a billion pounds. Maybe I'll buy a chain. I do an edging. Obiaka said, of what?
That's right.
Yes, said, you're near my energy.
And yes, I know be a baby.
Yes,
no prayer.
Mammy or drop into me, you now your style of payment is different.
That's right.
Overall, and one goal. We want it right.
That's right.
Amen
and amen. One Sham, thank you so very much. Since I won't require, I conclude your final thoughts in how who is teaching our men. Oh, you want me to know?
My time will not I a bit, but I will find time and come again. I think it's that time I come regularly. Mepe time, the it's just that tiny differences in the but
about Saturday when the one meeting, I sent 2 hours pepper money free. So
22, I think it's a quarter to 1 a.m. I will have seen it. Or yes, I have all the time for you. But I sign a free platform. Massing in Anna say, Merima, yes, Ramo, yes. Bible say, Merima won't any Christo, yet you are in a place of authority. And when you are in authority, and was said, who use anything, everything that you have, to the benefit of the whole to me the amount. Don't abuse the authority you've been given as a man. Rather use it to build an empire out of it. I believe that when you are being given authority, it means that you are in a position of trust. You are in a position where people are looking up to you. Yes, Ramo. Owadia obia onya wakoa. Owari obia onya wakoa. Yes. Oyabuafo. Nti wohwe mu a wokra na adwuma no kese ewo wo nsem. Se me yobuafo dia. Ene na wo se me ya abuafo adwuma. Na wo so ye wo de. Na etumi ma ye pem ekoyenim. Se ye bua ewo fie. Na ye fie agina no. Entiteye ene ye ne ye ehu hia se wo se ye hwe ne ye. Ya no kasa. Afen so se ye wo se ye do a e wo se ye kote odo ase yi na amami etumi ama ya do yi. Because some of us they are not keka medomere na so ne ya ene kwan ya wodo yire fa so enkyere wodo odo wa abuju chariye odo wa ayemye odo wo tema odo wo piniche afei odo nso esumasundua abadia ene na mesrew empo Bible say said you nyankropon do wiase na kire so di kan doye odofo bia na wo bari ma no kra wonim said ye do odo na ye ka ne bebri no kra no wonti ase enye love enye ye kwose dem nya ketima kapem empem agudie no ena kire se empedodo aye fa ye ho no ena kire se ye do ye ho na mmom ye ka wodo pa odo eye ne ye ni sure ban ya ye da nadi e wo ye ne yogo ena kire odo adia na wo ye no botaye ta ya de na chi no esuban ena ka de chiri ena ma wodo e de adu pefe enti mesramu sadia wuni obi baba na betra sadia ye tete ye mba sadia ya de yo ene ye ne amadwom mekasa kire me yere no mekasa kire me mama ne yua me ye wo fie ho wo a me boa sadia be ye wo nyum ma me fie sadia ye wo odomu a results no a eba wo odomu no e de enuonyam ena afen so e de nidi afen so e de opepa emma ni pe wo ho no enya ho aba etwa. When there is love, when a man shows love, respect is yen naturally.
That's right.
You don't command the respect. Respect comes automatically when a man is using love to maintain his home. And the action of a man is out of love. The things a man does is in love, in context with love. Respect, you don't command it. No. I always tell people, if you see me honoring my husband, he has yearned it. He has done so much to yearn it. If I start calling him CEO of my house, I start giving him credential. And then what you say, me suffer. Yes, even the district I live, Oba Hona would be man at Ticoso be anyone now bass, Oba district, your local pill, they can't district. Oba will be any said your district as so far. Oba district, now Oba me area, now we knew Berman at Ticoso be anyone, and your bear moon chair, and say Yana about a district. It is established, me by any trademark. Now I say I'm for maybe any trademark, really just by the way. But the American say anybody who know many anybody who see deserves it. One day I'll wait. 20th anniversary, I will let people tell you how they see many in Glasgow. You will see it live. I will do it.
Wow, sister, are you hitting your 20th anniversary?
Not yet. I have a couple of years to go. 2 years to go. I'm planning something. So you hear it from people who have come across my husband. Even Nkrofua for years, they will tell you it has always been like this. Why? Because I'm not saying Monkey Dory. We have been through the worst and the bad, the good and the bad, the ugly. But the lessons we pick from all those things is how we can do better than we used to. We are not where we want to be, but we are not where we used to be. And it's all just because we are working collaboratively. Yes, I have my weakness. He has his. But when we come together as the one force, we are doing it so that we establish something. Society, anyway, it is easy because there's no set particular rule. But there are some common sense rules here, and they are applicable. That me me can't charge does not respect me, but George don't mean say me jelly with sister Awomirekuah say exactly. There are certain things that attract certain things. I know they are common rule. But our for now should find their rhythm. Ejabema, Yamisha, Muamuguso Eto, not more yet, ye was some more yeno, Unyami in Shrabo. I say, Moswa, Ebia, and ne, the year can a bring Krupa, work for baby. I want to work for. Not just say, as some na ye cano, Sabina Fakoyedma. Change the way you do things in that house. You will thank us later. This evening, I am so proud. 2 men has come on this platform. Adwoa Odo, I could see that the thing that you are doing, look at the impact. And this is what we advocate for. We are not meant for everybody. The year came and you'll be done everything. But we are called for no. I mean, I see these things and I am so proud. I am so proud because seeing these 2 men and knowing that this platform has had an impact on them, I am humbled. I am so humble to come on.
So humble. Yes. Sister Awomirekuah, young 2 points, I want you to see.
Amen.
Sister, I want to ask her to be my guest. Sister Awomirekuah Nkasa, and no Nkasa no, or didn't Saturday this weekend we were off. Until say, you bet me a program. When your friend or domu or do uniado, and free mammy bako, you free papa. We met on social media, but to say, the oye and more damakuma so na Miss Me who say, Medana Kumaso. That's and ya no son qua, me mammy, and a catcher me who says I won't record in the beer, and so no man connected. Me mammy near penny pa, my red hing. The Dino no, ain't you know to say, and he says, no, why may I me?
It's a be able to pay you. When I draw someone, you know.
Wait, you know, to tell me, and I my right hand, so no, you'll be not to say, Nim dear, dinum dear, Kitano, no be a walk and somewhere be free and one, but no say, hey, in Ria will boost. 10 or done there be a no can we're free moon. I mean, funny currency or can say now me TV as no, the American for that me new one no more and I'm movable with the account and it's your bonny dean can't send because I send me a non or no sister. Sister Awomirekuah. But that's a part to say, why my mamma who's away to the payon.
Adwoa, Ejuma na ya pray a woman, Ejuma na so. And so a powerful isha. I've realized say Ghanaian community no omo soro no esan say dodona na ewo fam na wanhwe yi a wo soro a hwe social media wanhwe yi a wo te soro so obi di wani betumi aye format wa ba fam enti wo te soro bebre na ampe ese wode wo ni onyam ba beto ho enti me ho enimdifo ene akukudam te semmo a mo suesua ade na makomanim. And so yes, still you want to make an impact. I am a fe. I feel so I am many year. A Jumano so about a phone sent to me Catania me. Then we saw the fact. We saw the fact. Yenina one more from who say, young poor a Jumano, ye boom. We are all coming from different dimensions. We are doing it in a different way, but there is a collaborative working.
That's right.
What the actually won't be saying at the end of the year can you it is different when you are saying it and you are not practicing it. But when they see you putting it into practice, then when you are saying it, it makes sense.
That's right.
Sister Adwoa a son of fan, yeah, the same thing, but we have different people we are reaching out to, and we are trusting God to say, you go so the day. If you want for me, no matter or the four no supporting and platforms. Now, my to me, also at the program say, baby, Abrabo. Science platform in Padudro, me so and for and support it, Pasania, Maniama, Wayne, or Sanka, Ghana for okay, Shemukina, Nayabua, Maniconim. Share video, Nikeke, and Costu Ahipia. Part platform, so young, you she. What the stars, ye be nowhere near. Then we also the NSA will be share. No one like your page now. A show crying. Send your bay all the time. The best on your camera, my abasso. I mean, sure, I was so be NSA. In Tiamasa, Emre Pemuno, a crime bomb. Let's have
you have a blessed, safe weekend and safe trip. All right.
Thank you so much for having.
Oh wow, that was like awesome. Sister, well, with that, I mean, sure, I don't know, Madam was some more so I mean to me, acknowledge him, more fan me, and to say I love you guys all the same. Your Papa, Sister Mary, Champon, Yema, Papa, Kosi, you welcome, Sister Esther, Yema, Kwaba, Sister Aisha, Sister Angelina, Brother Brian, at the phone, Mama sending me stars, Nina, Munina, so Medamase, more contributions, so I'm with the Abano, with that Munina, more assay, such charity, Adwoa Odo, hey, we did buy dear, Crisscross Mensa. Mr. Lee Patterson. So it's like Sister Awomirekuah feature. And I'm going to go back with some of the comments that I wasn't able to go through that, and then actually let me do promo, and then once I finish with promo, then I will go that and I'll conclude and come off. Chamia J, thank you so much. Program. So it's not only this platform, on this platform we come to learn, share information, and educate each other. If you know anyone who says that they know everything, that person is a liar, because nobody knows everything. Nobody is perfect. Some of us, we might know most things, but we also have to do work on ourselves. You can't say, okay, I'm okay, like I'm good with what I have. Your partner or people that loves you, close to you, they may not like certain characteristic or personality that you have developed. How you talk, how you interact with people, how you do things, certain things, other people may not like. But it's not only here that we come to learn. There are other platforms also who have dedicated themselves to also educate, because the more the merrier. As Sister Awomirekuah said, it's a big work. We will not be able to cover everything. And the program is not to come and pounce on men or pounce on women or pounce on anyone. We just need to bring awareness and making sure, say, there are some things in that where our ancestry used to do, it's not working out in this modern day. So they need to be tweaked somewhere. People just need to acquire knowledge and then, find ways and means, when you come out, be creative, create your own ingredients, be your own miracle. What works for you in your marriage, you figure that out in your relationship. Nobody can tell us what to do and what not to do. And we cannot arrange responsibilities and duties for people. You also need to be able to do your part. If couples do their job, their own, take their own responsibilities in that, I think said there's going to be more happiness, enjoyment, and so many things than the stress, lack of boundaries and disrespect and all that. So, like, we have boss lady, boss, that about Rasta, Oba Netikoti say Obi enim, boss lady, Ahofedria, which Nanason so kama. Boss lady, a year program will Fire Life Radio, Omomoto si Oja Edemu and Kasana no friends Oja them Monday through Friday. 4 p.m. UK time in Fire Drive time. Boss, when you with the program and the topics that she will bring, it's like fire, hot, and then the song that she select is like incredible. So let's support Boss Lady Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. UK time. When you come upon her videos, please share the video. Also follow Fire Life Radio. Subscribe their YouTube account and click on the bell so when they come live, anyone come live, it's 24/7 radio station. So when they come live now, you'll be able to get the notification and be part of it. Come and share your views and also get some insights from other angles. Also, we have Mami Trebois and Accra in Sankofa Sientri Kasano. Saturdays from 3 p.m. UK time at Fire Radio, the same place. So let's support Fire Life Radio and our brothers and sisters, for them to also, move forward. Sharing the program, liking the program, liking the page, following the page is a big help. All that is help, all right? So let's do better. Also, like we have our sister Obapa Aisha Ankra with the X Factor. Sister Aisha Ankra sells some Juice Plus, which is natural supplement to balance your diet. If you need more information, DM Sister Aisha. She will give you all the necessary information you need. It's a product that I myself use it, and it has helped me a lot, especially with the omega, with joint pains and all the other things. So you can order from wherever you are. She also sells Avon products. The Avon products, you have to base in UK to be able to order from her. So let's support our sister, because every knowledgeable, educative programs that I go on, I see Sister Aisha. If I don't see her on during life, I see her comments, and she's very knowledgeable. So let's support Sister Aisha. Also, we have Obapa Nanabna, she sell beads, custom ones she makes, and also organic hair products. That's the one that I use. And my hair is growing, is getting thicker now. So I just love it. Some of us, we stress our hair too much. We put too much pressure on our hair because of using different chemicals. So if you want organic product, just try. If whatever you're using is working, please keep doing that. Don't change it. Don't fix problems. Don't fix something that is working. If whatever you're doing is working, don't fix it. Leave it as it is. But you can also advocate for the person or promote for the person. We have our sister, our altar back, sister ya for the Atobra. Her Facebook page and YouTube is Auntie Ya's Book Corner. So subscribe her YouTube. Make sure you click on the bell for the notification when she comes live. You see her, and then follow her Facebook page. Sister Ya for that Tobra. You know, she has written 4 books. We're waiting for the 5th one to come very soon. And I know that it will be coming very soon. So Sister Ya, you know, her first book is Reflection of a Thirsty Soul. The second one is The Beauty of the beauty Sister Ya, mommy. The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. That's my favorite. How can I almost forget the title? Hey, some more. That's my favorite of them all, but I love all her books. The third one is Reflection for My Weary Soul, which is a devotional book. And then her fourth book is Own It, you know, a guideline to taking responsibility and accountability. If you need any of these books, you know, go to Amazon. You know, you can get it from Barnes and Noble's ebook handle. So let's support Sister Ya for the autograph, because you know, when you write book, the editing and publish and so much, it requires a lot of work plus money, and she used her own. So let's support her by buying her books. It's not expensive. I have bought books that cost over $20, you know, over $30. I didn't have any problems buying it. But you know, when it comes to our own, we don't support. And once you buy her books, you know, you're not going to regret it. You can continue to read multiple times. It does not get old. So let's support Sister Ya for the autograph. Also, Sister Ya on Saturdays at 9:30 MST time, and then 11:30 EST time, she comes live, you know, to give us a lot of nuggets. So it's like, you know, tune in every Saturday morning to support Sister Ya for that. Right? If you have questions regarding any of her books, you know, something that she said, something that you feel that will be more helpful to her readers, please make sure you come and you drop that, you ask questions, and also go to her page, you know, and rate her, you know, give her some ratings, okay, with her book. I have to do that for the other books. I only did it for one, so I need to go back in there and write more. um that would be great. Also, we have our sister Yabi Russell Obapa. She's like 100% natural health and beauty advocate. You know, if you need some insightful information, you know, to manage good hygiene, you know, cooking healthier snacks, you know, like bad breath, so many other things, you know. She is the person that you can reach out to. She also does, you know, pre-recorded videos. She uploads it on YouTube. Her YouTube account to subscribe is Ya Boatema Boatin Dash Russell. So it's make sure the last 2 names is a compound name. So make sure you subscribe her page so you can get more insightful educative information programs from her. Also, our sister Sage Williams, you know, Sister Sage Williams, you know, have some authentic merchandises, which is like T-shirts. You know, it will, like, if you don't want to overdress or underdress, you know, those T-shirts are very authentic. I love them. I have washed them multiple times. It stays as it is. Trust me. You guys have seen me wear it, not once, couple times, and you see the neck stays as it is, as new as it could be. So let's support Sister Sage William. She also have dresses. They have some in kente, some in regular traditional clothing. You know, it's one size fits all, so you don't have to worry about your size. It's just maybe a few of them that is like you have to be a particular size to get into it. So for me, I go with the one size fits all. She sells creams, you know, like if you tend to have dry skin, you should be able to get those. and it's really effective. I mean, I'm loving every merchandise that I have gotten from her. She sells jewelries and beads and so many other things. So if you like to have some of these merchandises, go to sageshare.com. When you go there, the t-shirt, you may not see the color that you want. Please do not leave. Order the t-shirt, the sizes, the amount of t-shirts you will need. If you're doing an event and you want everyone participating to have the same color of shirt, she'll be able to get you those orders. So it's like, go and support Sister Sages. The t-shirt, once you order the sizes and the amount that you want, there is a comment box. You're going to just have to let her know the colors that you desire, you want, and she should be able to contact you and talk to you to find out what else needed, to make sure that she gets the order right. Her customer service is fantabulous. I just love her customer service. I tend to, phone number is optional. Your email is a must, but I normally, provide my WhatsApp, because when you talk to someone, you tend to get more out of it than, sending a text message or email. And then we have Sister Awomirekuah. Y'all saw her here, the wisdom, the knowledge that she has. She does program on her page. Follow, subscribe, at lunchtime talk this morning. Oh my gosh. With Sofo Adupon, my goodness gracious, conflict management. If you miss out that program, please go and watch it. There were a lot of insights, angle, and like when you have people with so much wisdom and knowledge and they come and speak, you need to take something out of it. Even if you don't want to listen to everything, just take one thing that you'll be able to utilize to add to what you know. Trust me, things are going to be very different from yesterday. I've been there, done that. So, sisters, I won't require at lunchtime talk. She comes 1 p.m. UK time. It will be 8 a.m. US Eastern time, and then other days, she comes on to bring other bangers, like turning tables and all that. So let's support Sisters Awomirekuah also at lunch time talk. Follow her page, please, and share her program. Also, we have Sister Angelina Ban. Sister Angelina Ban also does program wellness and mental health, and she goes outside the norm also on Facebook and YouTube. Her page is Angie Top, 21st Century Nurse, by Kope. Let's support Sister Angie. Let's follow her page and also subscribe her YouTube. Because she's giving a lot of insight medically. So it's like, a lot of times some people do not have that knowledge. Some of us, we procrastinate. Me, myself, I procrastinate, which is something I need to stop in certain area. There are some things I get right on it, but there are still a few areas that I do procrastinate, and this morning my baby sister got on me, and she has every right to do so, because I bugged her to get some information. Once I got it, I haven't followed up. So I'm glad that I have her in my life to to tell me straight up what's up. I love that, without her sugarcoating, saying, "Oh, that's my big sister, I cannot say nothing to her." No, if I'm doing wrong, or I'm not, being persistent of something, I need to, and I'm not practicing what I'm preaching in some areas, she needs to call me on it. And she made an impact on me. So I have to follow through that. And then we have our sister Apple Worldwide, YouTube. She does parental alienation and also talk about other aspects, custody battles, divorces and other stuff. So let's also support her. Brother Brian, she has business, online business. So contact him. He does recorded program and also post it on YouTube. So if you are interested in that, reach out to Brother Brian. Also, Brother Obi, GH series, he also does program. And today I was so happy, as Sister Awomirekuah said, that we have two men came on to also share their views and also broaden their aspect. Mr. Lee also came and also brought his insight. So I love it when you have the both sex, participating. Most of the time, you have the women more dominating, and some of the men they will just come and listen and they don't say nothing. Brother G, dear, he goes all around. I love his personality for for real. So let's support them, Brother OBG. Follow his page, Brother Big Love, Staying Radio 24/7. Let's support them. And we have Pastor P for Dreamers and Visionary. Let's support each other. The more the merrier, sharing the program, liking program, using other emojis, inviting friends, like all that is great support. We love you guys for that because we cannot do it on our own. And I thank each and every one of you taking your time to tune in. And then I have my big sister, my boss also sister, Dachima Efia Santo Fellow Nash. She also does life programs. She sells the juice class also, the more the merrier. We have sister civic boutique merchandise. When you travel to Ghana, you want some souvenir, you want to buy something extra special for your friend, your partner, your children, someone that you like, but you haven't been able to talk to the person, be able to, you can do something nice for the person. You can go to Civic Boutique Merchandise and get it for that person. So let's just be supportive, all right? I want to thank each and every one of you who always come through with their comments, sharing the program, inviting friends, and giving stars. I love you guys. Sister Oba Akos, I know say you normally watch me from YouTube. I also want to thank you for your contribution because you brought a lot of insight today. I love getting the comments, the contribution, because I'm also learning things from each and every one of you. If I don't get to acknowledge you when you come on, it's likely possible I don't see you because you didn't say hi, you did not say hi or holla. So when you come on, and you can say hi, and I'll be able to say something about it. Oba Palace, Pomote saying in my Aquaba. Hey, Sister Beatrice, you day. I didn't know, Brother Roger. Hey, Munina Malandi na mi humida Munina Mase. Yeah, you guys, Sister Sarah, Apomo Eti saying Obapa, Mobia Aquaba. So let me go through some of the comments. I'm gonna go through really quick, and then I'll be out. So I know it said Grace put something up here, but Sister Sage, I'm going to say Sister Sage because I want to end with that. All right. So Grace earlier, she mentioned, she said, we have to keep certain things in perspective before you are married. Both individuals make a vow to stay faithful for better or for worse. If you more worse or Maya, you don't want to hear. So why do many of married couples leave behind these vows? They just say it all. It's in the moment place. Now for the mind twisted, as children of God, we are the creation of God's own image. So why are we living by the characteristic and attributes of the world? Why are we so easy to play the victim card? Oh, ask that again. And why do we find it hard to love and forgive? The simple answer is that we choose the easy way, the lead to the devil rather than going the long way that will that leads. Okay, the simple way, the answer. Okay, hold on. The simple answer is that we choose the easy way, the lead that leads to the devil rather than going the long way that will eventually yield the blessings of God at the end. Most definitely, bless your heart, Grace Mensa. Chris Cross Mensa said, we was speaking from experience. I love my mom. Okay, yeah, I shared my experience. These so-called uncles and cousins, I can't think far. Some of them, those molesters and pedophiles, there's a whole lot of them. And Grace said that she can think far also. Some individuals have sick minds. And Sister Yafoda Tobra earlier says, the cover up is massive, which is very true. A lot of times, there are so many things in that it shouldn't have to happen, but certain family members allow it to happen because they enable that behavior by giving excuses, reasons, and blaming others. Whatever like we are built on, whatever foundation you are building, when you get to a certain age, what is stopping you from changing your ways? Because it's not everything in culture that benefits us that is working with us, with our decision making, relationship, and marriages. Chris Cross area said, if it was me, he will be out of boxes in a week because the garbage calls. That was the time Sister Awomirekuah was talking about the lady who came and shared, said she's done. It's too much washing her husband's boxers that have poop in it all the time because the man does not know how to wipe themselves. God bless you as well, Sister Alice Obapa. So it's like, it's really a shame. I don't know why we have to, go through this extent. What you have not been taught, you need to learn. Okay. It's not my job as a wife to do everything for you. You have hands, you have legs, you have eyes, you have everything that I have. So there are some things in that. I don't know why people choose to give certain responsibility to other people, and then they don't want to. Don't ask me for respect if you yourself do not respect yourself, or you don't respect me. Do not ask me for that, because it's a two-way street, right? So we just need to be able to do better. So this is the website that you can go to purchase any of Sisaya for the Atobras, books. They are very good breed. Trust me, you're not going to waste. Sometimes you buy things, you waste money on that. You're not going to waste. You're going to get a lot of insight, a lot of nuggets, a lot of knowledge from these books, right? So I'm testifying to it. If it's not good, I wouldn't ask anyone to go buy something that would not be beneficial. Yes. So go and buy. Let's support each other. Oh, you are so very welcome, and God bless you as well. Amen and amen. Mr. Lee Patterson said, wow, Sister Love, you should like the your your rounding is just good. You are just flowing non-stop, and this is superb. Keep on with the good job, Mr. Lee Patterson. Mr. Lee, chop kisses. I love you, Mr. Lee. And I can say that to Mr. Lee because Kay knows where Mr. Lee and I are. Because some men, if you go and tell another man you love that person, there's going to be fight or cat fight and all that craziness. But I can surely say I can say that to Mr. Lee. You know what I mean? And then, Brother Emmanuel G, because of you, right? I will come and do a program about. I have already done programs about sex. You know how many times you can do Mr. Lee with Mr. Lee advice. You know, talking with Mr. Lee about certain things. I came back and did part 4. But this time around, I'll come and talk about, you know, the performance. You know, what are some of the things that we can do to spice up our marital bed? You know, there are some relationships, you know, it's not marriage yet, but they are having sexual intercourse and stuff like that. You have to be knowledgeable because, you know, like, you know, being irresponsible, you know, getting your girlfriend pregnant and asking her to have abortion, you shouldn't do that, you know, because there's a lot of advantage and disadvantages, and it's not you that you're going through there. Some women, they get older, they get married, it's because of medical issues. Some of them, they cause their own um, situation. They can't have children and all that. Also, tomorrow, Saturdays, you know, Sofo Samuel Koso and I will come live at 3 p.m. US Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Ghana time for marriage lesson. Our Rimu and Chere Sofo Samuel Koso or Ye Jet. They send the teachings. I just love it, right? So we need to be able to come together and learn from each other. It's a marriage lesson, our Rimu Church, but sometimes we do general topic discussion. So you can come and join in, ask questions, and also share your views. All right. We have to be respectful to one another. If you cannot respect somebody's opinion, it's so funny and sad that most people who have fixed mindset and closed mindset, they're always trying to put down other people's opinion, but then they want to like try to convince you of their set opinion, right? They want you to kind of like accept theirs and not bring your own in it, right? How does one grow or one develop when they want to just keep doing the same thing? You become boring in so many ways. So this is something. And then this Sunday, got to talk to my brother-in-law. We're going to follow up what we talked about last 2 weeks, you know, about when a woman says no, it means no. We finished that part, but then we're going to extend it to other aspects. We're going to extend it. So tune in tomorrow and Sunday. Yeah. Because on his day off, you know, I asked him a couple minutes for us to come on and also, you know, talk about other things. It's good to have the male also on the platform, so it doesn't seem that we being biased, right? So that's good. Let me see. So Sister Sage earlier, Mr. Lee, thank you. I appreciate it. Sister Sage earlier, and I love it. Chamie, thank you. Thank you. So Sister, hi, baby girl. Did you wash the top? Rinse the top. Okay. So Sister Sage Williams says, when they have big degrees, hopefully they will be able to pay people to cook and clean for them. We should encourage children to do house chores, etc., but not overly stress them out. They should be able to live in the big culture they find themselves in. Amen to that. Most definitely. I mean, like, there are some instances. I remember Boss Lady did a program, and it is just horrible and a shame that a Ghanaian woman beat her daughter to death because her daughter refused to learn how to cook, and she told her mom that if she gets married and she does not know how to cook, she's going to go to and buy food, go to the restaurant and stuff. I mean, someone has to be really sick in their head to go to that extreme. I mean, like, taking cooking class or learning how to cook is not easy. Kay learned how to cook during our marriage. I'm sure say he knew how to do noodles and all that, but he learns how to make soup, you know, how to make stew and so many other things. when we got married, because at some point there were days that the job that I was doing, it required sometimes, I wasn't able to leave the time I was scheduled to leave because there could be crisis and I would get home late. So Kay took it upon himself and learned how to cook. And when he cooked, my goodness gracious, he can cook for real, right? And so it's like life skills is something that men, boys, girls, women, everybody needs to do that, because sometimes before you get married now. Oh, Sister Ya. Sister Ya.
Yes, sis, I know you're winding down, but I wanted to come and make a comment about what you were just talking about.
Go ahead, make a point, please.
So you see this issue, like, you mentioned that lady who beat the child.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And what I'm saying is this. You see, we as the people, sometimes we are so rigid.
Yeah.
It's like we have this fixation. A woman has to cook, and if she doesn't know how to cook, then she's not worthy of anything, because that's what we use to define womanhood where we come from.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, there's people who get married, and I remember my sister-in-law of mine saying that she's talked to people at her job, and they've said, young people, and they've said things like,
that's right,
I don't know how to cook. And she goes, what do you do? She goes, well, my husband and I, we take the cookbook and we make recipes and we cook, so people can learn.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, and maybe sometimes when you say these things, you'll be like, times.
Yeah.
When you started talking, the reason why I even called this, and my bag girl, make her awesome. Or no, because we took
yeah.
She's by herself and she gets used to going out to eat by herself.
Mm-hmm.
And she still sometimes one time she went and said, oh, I have to see you in a while, but the last time I said for the with her. She's a good cook. She can cook up a storm, do this, do that. But she likes to eat out because, hey, she thinks if she wants to do it, she will do it.
Yeah.
And now I know Kata says, so now you see, oh, by having done that, yeah, don't say name boy, market list that you have to do it, but she's used to doing it.
Yeah.
And what are you going to call her, a lazy woman? It's a man. I feel like it's a change that we have to make. And I like it. Sister said just and maybe free with their ways they can get people.
Most definitely, yes.
Cook and clean for them. Say, garden, okay, garden, basic, but there's something like sometimes you're tired, pay somebody $50. But everything, because we are so stingy about money. I don't know if I to, that's how I'll put it. There are certain things that for the sake of convenience, and I know they're better in your money, we have to shift and think that way.
That's right.
I just wanted to come and add that to the conversation.
Oh, thank you.
Some things are not deal breakers. We make things too rigid. And because our work was Saturday, I have to start in the kitchen for 7 hours. If you are bare or TV, so now you're back, you are in the kitchen and you are cooking, and they don't mind you, they don't regard. How does that compare to you have men who can maintain that is you have to do it if you don't do it, bad woman.
And Papa, sister, yes, I can't wait to see you back tomorrow because it's been a long wait. 2 weeks ago, that's like the third week. So I'm just like super excited.
Yes, we'll see you. Thank you, sister.
Thank you so very much. God bless.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so Mr. Lee, chop kisses, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee said, if as a man you are not ready to have babies, protect the act so you don't invite a trouble you aren't ready for. Because mind you, all the women are not the same. Abortion gives some women problems. Yeah, Mr. Lee. As some Cassia na wo can you Nina no in the future no ye beba be can ho asem. Eya no kura asem pa abortion e man bi wo ho no ma te say omu edru baby a they have major issues. And then there was a guy one ni oba ne tena ho no ma minia me sisters mu ba ko na ye programming kai who e bi e be boss lady ba it could be someone else you know say bi am fan to ye am sere mo fan cheme mo fan to ye mame be ma no e ma oba no yigu sa to the extreme enti edru se wo ko ware no ono na sama wo kan say ansa na obe ware oba no ayanyima ansa no aware no. This man, he asked his girlfriend, you know, he caused his girlfriend to have so many abortions. And then when he wanted to get married, you know, he's asking his girlfriend to get pregnant. You welcome, Sister Sage, before he will marry her because now he wants to have children. Now to say like you know we can achieve man in it or see and say being a pumata. I don't understand you. If you know say you're not ready to have the babies now, Mr. Lee say protect the act. No. For me, and I would say be abstinent. Don't have sex at all. Because you are a small boy. You're not ready to have children. You're not ready to be responsible. Sometimes it's when the program goes to an end, that's when it becomes really like, you know, there are more insights coming, and then I can't keep you guys too long. I have kept you guys here too long enough. So the topic that we discussed with Sister Awomirekuah was who is teaching our men to also keep their families and homes. Me, you know, so like there are so much said today's program, a lot of nuggets, a lot of insight, tables turning, questions asked, you know, nimdiefo bebre what platform this through comments, you know, those who came on via video, those who joined us via phone, through WhatsApp, you know, everybody brought something on this platform and we all learn it, right? In so many ways, you know. For me, you know, we most women and most men tend to talk about whose responsibilities is what. Until we get away from certain things, you know, there are some things in that women we naturally do because we are good at it. However, that doesn't mean that a woman needs to be left with so many tasks and chores and responsibilities because we can handle it better. If there are things that you can handle better, you need to learn coping skills to help yourself be able to do well with that. When it comes to anger, when it comes to it being impatient, when it comes to being irresponsible, when it comes to you being disrespectful, you have to learn. Everything stems on self. So until each and every one of us make it our business and our goal to mind ourselves and do work with ourselves, you know, there's going to be a lot of relationships, families, couples who will never work, no matter how compatible that you are, because there's going to be little things that you may not seem or think is important. You're going to miss out a lot. And that's going to be on you. It's not going to be on somebody else. It's not my responsibility to make Kay happy. It's Kay's responsibility to make himself happy. It's my responsibility to make myself happy. And then we can sit and have a constructive dialogue and to see things that are working for each and every one of us. We come together, we put ideas together with effective communication. We compromise in some areas. My niece said something when we talk about the vowels, you know, those who are Christians and you do wedding, pom, 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 for better and for worse. Some people think about words being your husband having an affair, being unfaithful, because our culture, the biased culture, my baby sister would say, the biased culture now, because polygamy is allowed, and men can have multiple partners, you know. So it's like, you know, men don't cheat. Men are faith, when they sleep with somebody else, they're not being unfaithful. Where do you come from? From a hole, from underground? Because you tell us to say it's okay for women to endure pain, to deal with uh, issue after issues, but then it comes to you now, you can't handle it. So a woman should forgive you. A woman should not do that. You know what men can do, women can do better. So if some of you don't know now, some of you go cry and go accuse every woman of doing something that, you know, you yourself trigger that. A lot of times, you know, it's just ridiculous. Some of the things that people will say, they will come out of some people's mind. You know? It's like they don't think about it. They don't think before they speak. It just come out like, you know, when someone is passing gas or have diarrhea. So some of the questions that I will go off with it, and for all of us, you know, to kind of like think about it and answer it ourselves, you know, how is it going for us? You know, in relationship, marriages, being a mother, being a father, being a parent all together, you know, co-parenting, being a single mother, a single father, being an auntie or an uncle, or being godmother, and so many forms, being a stepmother, a stepfather. What are some of the things that you're doing for your better half, your children, your stepchildren, people within your family that you claim to love, right? That will benefit them in the future. We have to think about that. Things that your mothers did not teach you, you yourself can teach yourself. So who is teaching our men whatever to keep their home and marriages? You know, if you were not taught like that, or you like the way that you are now, you have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Learn something new. What is helping? What is working? Keep that. Don't throw it away, because what may work in my marriages, everything that I utilize, you may not be able to use all of them. One may help you, two may help you, most of it may help you, but it may not help other people. So when we come and teach things that you feel is not productive for you, fine. It could be productive for other people. Share yours also, because some of us can also learn from your insight, your knowledge, your wisdom. That's how we learn together. It cannot be coming from one person, right? So how do we have responsibility? What are men and women responsibility? What needs to be taken out? What needs to be added on? Or what needs to be created as a new norm for both couples to be able to have better understanding and do things together? How should a man provide for his family, and how should a woman support their man? Okay. How do fathers protect their families, and how do women be able to build a secure and support system that the man is willing to come to them and be able to also listen to their advice? As a man, being the CEO, as Sister Awomirekuah will put it, and you know, you have a manager, which is your wife. You know, are you even taking some of the insights, some ideas from your wife to implement to what you know, or you just disregard your wife and then you listen to your drunkard friend? Yeah, your gossiping friend, right? Your 419 friend. You know, the friend that brings negative energy into your marital home or your family home, or a family member who's always, you know, doing something, defrauding other people that they shouldn't be doing. Should wives be seen as mere servants to their husband? How did that came about? How can we change that? How important it is for our husband to lead, to be a leader at our home. Okay. And people sometimes, you know, we have people who always tend to like relate our culture instead of what best works for them in their marriages, using culture, because it's not everything in our culture that is productive, that is working, that is healthy. Some of them is unhealthy. So if you want to put everything in there, then you in trouble. How can we live a peaceful, carefree, happy life in our decision making, being in relationship, marriages? People who tends to hide behind culture to be dominate. They want to be in control. They want to suppress women and all that. It needs to stop. From my understanding, is all genders, responsibility to do their very best. When my baby sister was talking to Chris Crossman, and she said something, she said both husbands and wife need to decrease and increase together in marriages. Never have one decrease while the other increase, because some husband and some wife, ɔbaa no pɛ sɛ ɔyɛ yie na bɛrima no bɔ fam, bɛrima no pɛ sɛ ɔyɛ yie na ɔbaa no bɔ fam, ɛkɔba ne saa nso a wei nso sɛ wonyɛ me level. We cannot do that. Example, in America, inequality pay. Sometimes you have a woman who have the same degree as the man, but when you working at the same job now, they pay the man more money than the woman. Yet the company will get more out of the woman, and they paying the woman less because of gender difference. You see what I'm saying? So the inequality, is all over the place. And then Chris Cross also mentioned something. You have some tribes, who will circumcise a woman's, virginity, the clitoris. They will cut it off, damage it, because they don't want the woman to, they are fearful of the woman leaving them, right? Because they feel like if they don't certify the woman and another man certify the woman will leave them. So they circumcise them. Men get circumcised because they have the extra skins to be taken off the penis. Women does not have that. So that's barbaric, but some people will tell you, say that's their tribe. So I'm going to leave you guys here. I have spoken long enough. By the grace, we will meet tomorrow. Mr. Lee says, St. Williams, so what about if they don't achieve that big degree? Mr. Lee, that would be another topic. If they don't achieve that, they need to learn on their own. Oh my goodness. So, but thank you guys. Have a good one. Take care of yourself. Thank you for your support. Those who share the program, all the contributors through comment, those who came on, and those who share. Thank you. I love each and every one of you. One love to you always. See you guys tomorrow. Sister, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow morning. And I see everybody tomorrow afternoon with Sopho Samuel Okoso. And then Sunday, I'll see you guys with my brother-in-law, Big Man, Alfred Mark. But aka Big Man, because that's what he does, like everything. So bye guys, take care.